Hello everybody, this is NAPAFan here, and the time has finally come to go racing under the lights at Talladega. We are here for the 4th annual NNSCRA Hallowdega special event. This is an online race here tonight at the Talladega Superspeedway. I'm alongside Joe Rutkowski for this event here tonight, and it's an online race. You've never done one of these things before. What are you expecting to see here tonight in this event?
Just craziness, you know. Not really much more to expect out of it other than that. Don't know what's going to happen. Unpredictability for sure.
Definitely. A lot of these names are names that you guys used to the NAPAFan channel might not be used to yourself, and the pole sitter is the 04 of Matt Stern. Got the fastest time in qualifying not too long ago. Alongside him, Jessica Shelton in the 02 machine. Oh boy, we're pushing up a little bit right there. Hopefully it hangs tight for us, but Cody Lamas is going to be starting in the 3rd position. The number 11 machine alongside him, that is Jimmy Powell III. Row number 3, the number 14 machine of Phil Parker, starting alongside the number 15 of Steve Rada. I was actually pronouncing his name incorrectly last time we did an online race here on NAPAFan. Apologies for that. But Steve Rada starting in the 6th position. Row number 4, that is, I believe, if I can remember, that's Alex Russell. I do know that's his scheme. He is in the number 39 machine. He's alongside Nick Gunther in the number 7. And then row number 5, the number 17 of Sonny Tallman, alongside the 99 of Levi McIntyre. 33 official starters in the race. That is a record for this special event. We have never had that many drivers start in this event. And the first time I've been doing it, definitely looking forward to it, and just hoping and praying that this computer holds up throughout the night. Got 94 laps here at Talladega. Going to take a long time, but it's going to be fun. Thank you to everybody who's watching here on NAPAFan here tonight. And this race is presented by Z's Custom Diecast, so go ahead and check them out in the description. Looks like Cody Lamas is going to head down the pit lane. Not entirely sure what the issue is there, but either way, ready to go. Happy Halloween, everybody. The 04 of Matt Stern alongside Jessica Shelton. We're green flag racing at Talladega. Out around somebody. That's Michael Norman. That will not bring out a caution due to the fact that it takes 3 single car spins on a lap for a yellow to fly. So they're going to be a little conservative with those yellow flags here tonight. Cody Lamas with an issue in the 48. He's going to go a lap down, and we are aware of the frames per second issue, but if you watch Seth's channel, you should be used to it by now. It happens quite often, and that's just because we're using the 18 mod on a very, very highly graphical racetrack. And when I mean that, there's just a lot of graphics going along with it. So hopefully as the night goes along, we get used to it. They'll spread out enough so we have a good picture later on. But either way, Jessica Shelton out front, 3 wide on the outside for the 02. To the inside, here comes Nick Gunther in the number 7. And somebody in the wall, that's Alex Russell in the 39. And here comes, and Jessica Shelton's still the leader. I'm trying to get to the 17 there, and I'm not able to do so. But it will be Sonny Tallman leading lap 2 here at Hallowdega.
Yeah, they're already 3 wide at the front. They've been trying to get it sorted out, but they went 3 wide, almost 4 wide during turn 3. There's some exciting stuff already. Hopefully they get calmed down and not cause a big crash early on.
Got about, I say, 20 cars in the lead pack. They're led by Sonny Tallman in the 17. There are a lot of names you guys will not be used to, and these guys have been mainly online guys through a majority of their careers, so get used to them here tonight. We're going to be talking about them all throughout the event. Number 7, Nick Gunther on the inside, Sonny Tallman on the outside. You got Steve Rada in the 15 to his inside. Behind Rada, it's our pole sitter Matt Stern in the 04. Levi McIntyre's on the inside lane as well. And at the line, it looks like the number 17 is going to edge out for lap 3.
And the line's very equal already, because in the top lane, the bottom lane organized just as well. So no one's getting the advantage right now. It's side by side, about 5 rows back, a little bit 3 wide back there as well.
As you can probably tell, this race is already better than the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series race we had at Talladega a couple weeks ago. So sit back and enjoy. It's going to be fun here tonight. Sonny Tallman with some help there from the 14 machine of Phil Parker. For number 11, Jimmy Powell the third, right behind the 14. And that outside lane got a great push. And Tallman's going to take the lead on lap 4.
Yeah, Phil Parker gave him a great push there on the outside. Got both of them clear, actually. Saw the 17 stay with that 14. They're trying to get his buddy down line with him. He did just that.
The 14. Phil Parker able to file in for second ahead of Nick Gunther. Great run for him right now. Steve Rada in the 15 as well. And see Matt Stern kind of a little ways behind the 15. Rada's going to go up top. And then a block right there from Gunther. Rada goes back down. Blocking is legal in this event. Throughout the entire event, these guys are allowed to block. And throughout a lot of online events, that is not legal and 3 wide. Right out of the inside. How about that bold move there by the number 15? Unsponsored machine. You know what? It looks just fine in my eye. Tallman's going to block him for the lead. And Tallman will remain out front right now in the number 17.
Hey, see these cars wobbling around the middle lane. The 11 of Jimmy Powell, the third, almost spinning off turn number 4 after Steve Rayman. Big move 3 wide down the bottom lane. But if they keep racing like this front pack is no longer going to be a pack. Yeah,
they are very good drivers. I will say that much out of these guys. And I can tell these guys seem to be keeping it pretty chill out there. One guy I'd like to mention, Tyler Mallon. He won the Armory Digital race in the Net Zero Cup Series. That was the first online race I did. You guys saw the replay of that a couple weeks ago. He's in that Bobby Labonte scheme. And yes, we have his scheme now. We didn't have it when we were doing that Armory Digital race, but now we got it. The 08 machine right in the middle lane here. That car looks really good. I like it. And he's right behind Nick Gunther and all those guys in the middle of this pack. Remember, these guys are actually driving. This is not an offline race. And these guys from all over the United States and probably even the world. I don't know where all these guys are from, but they're all really, really racing hard. That's all I got to say. And they're probably not thinking about anything else but what is ahead of them on the racetrack. To the inside, Phil Parker got lap number 6. Here comes Steve Rada in the 15. To the inside of Phil Parker for the lead.
Steve Rada's been pulling these aggressive moves. We saw him down the WL line for that to go 3 wide.
And somebody around, back in there. We'll have to see who that is. And they went to the garage, I do believe. Not entirely sure who that was, but like I said, it will not cause a yellow. And I do believe that might have been Jessica Shelton in the 02. She is retired from the event, as you can see on the leaderboard. So that's a tough break for her. So far, only 2 other guys a lap down, Cody Lamas and the 33 of Patrick Schaefer. But other than that, everybody's still on the lead lap. And according to the scoring, we got about 18 guys in the lead draft right now. Andrew Miller at the back of this pack. Ooh, somebody hit the apron. Who was that? They all look the same, so it's kind of hard to tell. That might have been Sean Fay in the 25. Either him or this car right here, which is the oh, I forget which car. That's the number 4, I should say, of Cole Deaver. So I don't quite know who it was, but everything's chill right now, and we're still green flag racing here at Talladega. And of course, it's a 94-lap race, and that means that we're going to have some pit stops. So they don't work out near as well as they do on an offline race. So watch out for that. We're going to have some guys missing their pit stalls, and it could split the pack up if we remain green flag racing here in this event. Steve Rada with another lap led. Outside lane, Tony Tallman trying to take the lead back from the number 15.
Wow, the number 9 of Zach Buchanan pushed that line there, almost got into the outside wall. Did a great job saving his car. He's going to drop back. But look at them.
Oh, and around hard in the outside. That is Lyndon Wright. He got him to Shane Lake in the 24. Cole Devers around as well. And I believe this will bring out a yellow flag. We'll have to see Kyle Matthews race control here tonight. And I would assume that we're going to have a yellow for this one. I do know that the yellows are not in-game, but they are manual. They will be controlled by Kyle Matthews. I do believe he is the one controlling it at the line. Tony Tallman, and that is going to be a yellow flag. Yep. First one of the night here at Talladega.
Man, that was craziness.
Well, it was about time. They wrecked it, and they did. There's Cole Deaver, or sorry, that's actually Lyndon Wright. He was the first guy to go around and all that in the number 66. And damage, I don't know what the damage is on his car. He's got the Mustang. Lucky guy. But wasn't too lucky in that one. Shane Lake. I know he was really pumped up for this one. That's unfortunate for him. I'm wondering if this is going to put the 33 of Patrick Schaefer back on the lead lap. Michael Norman also. That's actually a good break for Michael Norman, because Michael Norman spun on the first lap of the race back in there. Number 48 of Cody Lamas might also get back on the lead lap, so we'll have to see. Tony Tallman, the leader. They're going to be coming down right here. Lap 10 of 94. I don't know what the fuel window is for this event, but we'll find out what it is as this race goes along. Like I said, 94 laps. We're only on lap 10. So we'll have to see what happened there to bring out the caution. We will only review it once. We don't want to fall back behind from the live broadcast, so we're going to go ahead and just replay it once and then scoot right to the live view. But right now, very important moment here. Pit stops on lap 10 of 94 here at Talladega.
And remember, 55 miles an hour down this pit road. Speeding, you don't want to do that here.
Speeding will be an end-of-the-line penalty. Or end of the longest line, but yeah, it would be end of the longest line because we do have double-file restarts in this game. But they are modern double-file restarts, not in-game double-file restarts. So we got ourselves modern rules here for this race. You don't normally have that in Inter 2003, but we got it here. Following with Tony Tallman. In the number 17, he went with 4. Steve Rada went with 2. And I think that number 15 is going to be the first guy off, and he will. So a great stop there by Steve Rada to take the lead on lap 11.
And we got a few 2 tires and a few 4 tires mixed in there. That's going to be very interesting to see how that works out. See if the tire wear, how big it is here.
Going to get interesting here tonight. A little bit of damage on Alexander Russell's machine. Sorry, that's the 44. Actually, it's supposed to be the 39. It was the 39 on my end. That's actually the 44. But that is Alexander Russell. I will tell you that much. But either way, let's go ahead and see what happened. And, of course, we're live, so you get to see something you don't normally see here on NAPAFan. That's the replay controls. I know you get to see it on Joe's channel all the time, but that's what we're going to see here tonight. The guy who initially went around was Lyndon Wright. And we'll go back here and see what happened to the number 66 as he got spun off of turn number 2. So I know Lyndon Wright was involved. Cole Deaver was also involved. Forget who the other guy was. But let's see right here. He went up into Phil Parker. That's who it was. And then came back down. And it was Shane Lake who got spun off of Cole Deaver. But amazingly, it was only 3 guys who got spun around off of all that. Now, Phil Parker might have a little bit of damage from that accident. I'm not entirely sure. But what's your thoughts on that one? What do you think happened to the 66 there?
Yeah, I think he just kind of washed up a little bit. Maybe thought he had more room to the outside, but he really didn't. And came up and came back down in front of the field. Luckily, though, that wasn't about a 10-car pileup. Only about 3-4 cars got damage and all that.
Yeah, we'll have to see. if anybody gets knocked out because of it. But there's Shane Lake in the 24, Lyndon Wright. I think they were able to continue with just a couple minor spins, thankfully. So hopefully that'll be the case. So some guys topping off here. Steve Rada should still be the leader, number 15. Second off the pit lane with Sean Fay in the 25. All I got to say about that car is that it's interesting. Nick Gunther, I think, will be third after all this. We'll see here how it all goes down. I think the 71 of James Shelley stayed out, possibly, or he did come back down. Number 88 machine, he is 5th. Tony Tallman is 4th, and Rob Evans is 5th in the number 88. Might have an issue on the 47, possibly. He's coming down now. A lot of guys are just coming back down the pit lane, topping off. I mean, such a long race. Want to make sure you get as much fuel as you can in the car. Let's see if anybody's out in this event. And, double file restarts. We're not used to seeing this. It's going to get interesting. Got 31 guys on the lead lap. I think Levi McIntyre will get back out there on the lead lap. Let's try to find him in the 99. Only guy knocked out, or should I say gal, is Jessica Shelton in the 02. Something happened to her. Only other guy a lap down is Patrick Schaefer. I'm not sure if they're going to give him his lap back or not. But, we're ready to restart here.
They may have given the 48 his lap back.
I think they did. Cody Lamas is back on the lead lap. I don't think they gave it back to Schaefer. Some guys hanging in the back right here. Michael Norman, Carter Friesen in the 67. And there's Patrick Schaefer, and I believe he is still a lap down. He's the only guy a lap down, so nobody to interview. And I will say, Joe, if we do get somebody who gets knocked out, type in the NR 2003 chat that we would like to interview them if they get wrecked out. That way, Kyle Matthews can put them in the broadcast room so we can interview them. So if you can do that for me, that would be great. Appreciate it, and know you can do that.
Yep.
So thank you. We can't hide all that communication, guys. So this is what you're gonna hear tonight. Lap 13 to 94, back to racing at Talladega. Steve Rada in the 15. We'll lead him back to the line. Rada with a good jump. And he is going to pull away there just a little bit. Nick Gunther right behind him. And the more cars we have in the picture, more the frame rate likes to not love me, if you know what I mean. Rada hanging on, and hello to Tyler Mallon in the 08. Great run for him here tonight. And he dominated that event at Armory Digital, but we've already had more lead changes in this thing than we did that night. So these guys, they're racing very aggressively for this victory here. And Rada's going to stay out front in the 15. Here comes Nick Gunther on the outside. He's got some help there from Rob Evans and Sean Fay and Tony Tallman. Here's a guy, he signed up all the way back, I think it might have been 2015, in a part-time ride of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Thought he was related to Zachary Fitzwater, but he's not. That's Jonathan Fitzwater in the 05. My goodness, talk about a throwback for me. Haven't heard that name in a long time, but great to call his name again. And there is the 05. Hang on to the inside. And I will like to mention that nobody else can join this server because the race has already started. And once the race starts, that's it. Nobody else can enter. It's the way these online races work.
Looked like the outside was getting formed up there. The 7 Nick Gunther getting the push from the 88 of Rob Evans, but it looks like it kind of fell off there as more drivers started going to the inside. And there comes the 08.
Great run for Tyler Mallon to the inside. Oh, and he hit the apron. And the yellow's out again. And somebody, I think, had an issue. But they have slowed it down. We're going to have to find out what happened there. I think it might have been Andrew Miller. I see him kind of a ways back. And the last lap around, well, he was a little ways behind, so we'll have to see what it was. There's Cody Lamas in the 48. He might have gotten involved in something here. There's Patrick Schaefer. He's now 2 laps down. The 57 of Matthew Rodriguez is now...
Oh, yes. It was the 33. Patrick Schaefer.
So Schaefer went around in the 33 machine.
Oh, he went... Oh.
Oh, this sounds interesting.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that does appear. I don't think he is a windshield. Oh, yeah, and Cody Lamas, I think he's got a blown tire. And this is something I don't normally see in this game, but I don't see any windshield in that 33. That's new. But either way, I don't know how many guys are going to come down here. This is only lap 1594. They literally just came down, so some guys are probably going to stay out. Rada with a close decision.
Leaders. And some do stay out.
We'll have to see how that all goes down. I expect this to be fuel only for most guys. Just top it off, stretch it as much as you can. Some guys I haven't seen yet in this race, and guys I'm used to seeing, Tristan Allen, Seth Cole, I don't know where they are. They're probably hanging in the back here tonight. You got so many guys in this thing we haven't talked about yet. We'll have to see what they all do. Looks like Steve Rada's taking some tires there in the number 15. Ooh, a little interesting right there. Ooh, and I think that's Seth Cole in the 55, who just got spun on the pit lane, and he didn't get in his pit stall correctly. He's got to spin that thing back around.
I wouldn't be surprised if some of the drivers that stayed out decide to come down and top it off. They may have been standing at the back, want to avoid the calamity that Seth Cole just got into on pit road.
That is possible. Guy stayed out there, number 11 of Jimmy Powell III. He's got a lap led here tonight. John Fay. That's Charles Jackson in the 95. The guy behind him, I believe, is John Cittadino, who's now in 4th. And then the 42, Kyle Keith. That's the top 5. So, we'll go ahead and see what happened. You said it happened to Patrick Schaefer in the number 33, and that might be the end of his night.
He's out, still running.
He is. You know, all these cars are like orange. That doesn't help me, guys. Oh, and somebody... Oh, that doesn't look good. Looks like Shane Lake got spun by somebody. And that Michael Norman's going around. All trying to avoid him back in there. Trying to locate the 33 here so we can show you guys what happened to bring out the... What is it? Second caution of the race. Take a look and see what happened to Schaefer here, and I believe it happened a little ways back. You see the damage to that race car, and yeah, he actually teleported to the pit lane, I believe. Oh, no. We're going to assume this is what brought it out. But it doesn't look like it'd be enough to bring out the caution. But Patrick Schaefer, I think, Cody Lamas, yeah, got him. Wow, yep, that's definitely warranted of a caution. And the 33 spins into the pit lane, and that just destroyed the car. But I think he's still out there.
Yeah.
And Cody Lamas got some damage from that as well. And Andrew Miller had to go to the pit lane to avoid it. So that's why we saw him fall back.
So we got some drivers on pit road. The drivers that are staying at the back, like Tristan Allen, Andrew Miller, Roger Ray, they're on pit road to top off on fuel and restart the back they've been doing.
So we'll have to see what happened out of those guys. We head live, and yes, some of those guys, and Seth Cole might have come back down, but David Alvarez in the 68, Coca-Cola Scheme, and Alex Russell, Tristan Allen also came down, Nick Gunther, Lyndon Wright, Roger Ray, Andrew Miller, Carter Friesen. I think a lot of those guys might be working together. Shane Lake in the 24, and I think he might have gotten spun around. Under the caution there, and I think the 04 pole sitter Matt Stern might have an issue. And there's the 57 machine with Matthew Rodriguez.
You know, looking back on it, I think he's coming to the green that last restart down towards the inside, so I wouldn't be surprised if making sure everything's all right with that car.
Which car? Are we talking?
The 57.
57 Rodriguez. Yeah, there might be an issue. We'll have to see how it all goes down for him as this race goes along. And it it looks like our pole sitter is going to get back out there, Matt Stern, and I do not believe he will lose a lap. So far, it's only Patrick Schaefer and Jessica Shelton off the lead lap. We still have 31 guys on the lead lap in this thing. That means they all still have a shot at winning, basically. So this is going to get pretty intense here tonight. Going to restart lap 18, and does appear that the number 11 of Jimmy Powell III stayed out. Sean Fay to the outside of him, and a huge bump right there by Charles. Actually, sorry, that's Preston Plurd, excuse me. That's the 96. 95 is Charles Jackson. Called the wrong number. Good old Marty Reed, everybody. Back to racing at Talladega.
That was timed perfectly for the 25 and the 11.
They could be
right down line. Oh,
possibly working together here, and I don't know the teams, and I apologize for not knowing who's on what team, but there actually are teams with these guys. Good old Johnny Gardner in the chat mentioned to us that I think it was the BWR guys might try to pull an SHR, RWR, something like that. I'm sorry, I don't know it. My apologies, but we might see that out of somebody in this race, and it might turn in to a very similar show we saw a couple weeks ago in the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. But either way, very single file right now. I got Tyler Mallon there, Steve Rada, and look at those four guys starting to pull away a little bit. But they're not all in a single file line. They are racing with each other. And how about Tyler Mallon? That is a boatload of help from the 15. At the line, it will be Powell in the 11, who barely leads lap 18. But Mallon's got some pretty strong help from the number 15 right behind him.
Yeah, you get two aggressive drivers, Tyler Mallon and Rado. They've been the two most aggressive drivers here today. Mallon was sideways on the restart, getting to the middle lane. Now they're pushing each other on the outside, going to the lead.
Oh boy, look at all these guys, and they're not falling back anymore. And around, there goes Kyle Keith, and that's gonna be a big one.
Big one. Oh!
Hard in the fence goes the 25, and that's going to end the day for a lot of guys on lap 19. It was about to happen, and it just did right here on lap 19 at Talladega. Sean Fay is done. Carson Gum is done. Carter Friesen, I think he's done. Kyle Keith in the 42. I got a rock. The 17 of Sonny Tallman in the 5th, or in the 17, I should say. My goodness. He's all torn up. I think he might be good.
I think it would be easier to the car's not involved.
Quite a few involved. There's the 05, Jonathan Fitzwater, heavy damage. Cole Deaver in the 4, heavy damage for him. That's somebody else. That's Sean Fay. Race back to the line was won by Tyler Mallon in the 08. What a surprise. Pretty good driver right there in the 08 machine. And that is going to change the entire complexity of this event here tonight. Number 15, Steve Rada is 2nd. Jimmy Powell is 11th, or is 3rd. He's in the number 11. Preston Plurd, John Cittadino avoided this one. How about James Shelley in the 71? It's good for him right there. 18 of Cole Baker avoided it. Nick Gunther, Andrew Miller with damage in the 47.
If I had to guess, about 15 cars got through that unscathed. I mean,
now, a lot of these guys, I will say, should be able to continue. Kyle Keefe went around right there, the number 42. That's unfortunate for him.
Reckon under yellow, the 3 and the 24. 3 might have a flat or something.
That could possibly be retaliation. Possibly. Well, our 3rd caution in quite a while, and there's Sonny Tallman getting into Phil Parker. Heading to the pit lane. I think the leaders stayed out. A lot of these guys came down. They probably want to make sure that their damage is all taken care of. Want to make sure that they can get out there. We only had about maybe 7 guys stay out there, so we'll have to figure everything out once we're done reviewing this accident. But a huge wreck. Kyle Keefe got spun on the pit lane. Carter Friesen with heavy damage, and that was just the worst place for that to happen. Down the backstretch, heading into turn 3, and they all went around, entering in the corner.
So far, 33-48 are out of this race from that crash.
So far, only 2.
I don't think they'll be alone, though.
First guy to go around was Kyle Keith in the 42. Gotta look at him. There he is. Did you get my joke there when I was mentioning him?
Yeah, I did. I got it right.
Shout out to everybody who got that joke. But, right here. Number 42, I think he got spun. We'll slow it down here for you guys. Get a better view of this one. And it was the 9 of Zach Buchanan who just tapped him, and he got back in the Phil Parker and Sean Fay.
Yeah. Yep.
And in Sean Fay, this is where it really gets big. He almost went airborne. Comes back up. Kyle Keefe also comes back up. Coney Lamas hard in the outside. Levi McIntyre, Jonathan Fitzwater back in there. Michael Norman. There's Sony Tallman. And the 33 of Patrick Schaefer got into him. Carter Friesen and Andrew Miller got caught up in that one. That's the 19 of Carson Gum getting spun around. Lyndon Wright in the 66. And Shane Lake in the 24. I think he might have avoided that one, actually. Damage gets really weird in these online races, let me tell you that.
Some drivers were far enough back that they were just able to stop on the banking and get through. But I think Tristan Allen did a great job on the apron actually getting by. He was right behind the crash. I think he took to the grass and got around it.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Got on the brakes. Cars flipping all around him.
We'll have to go ahead and see what Tristan Allen did right there.
Man.
But a lot of guys involved. We're going to have to list them all when we're ready. Where is good old Tristan Allen anyway? He's driving the 73 in this race. I know that much. Can't. Ah, there he is. One car went into the ground. We'll follow with Allen here. He won last night in the American Stock Car Racing League of Michigan, holding off Roger Ray, who happened to be right behind him when this whole thing was going on. And look at this. Oh yeah, that deserves a lot of credit out of Tristan Allen. Watch out for him as this race goes along, and we're not going to have that many guys on the racetrack now because it's going to knock out a few guys, and might want to get some interviews going on here as this goes along.
Yeah.
So you might want to let those guys know if anybody's out. I'd like to talk to them and hear what they have to say. But either way, Tyler Mallon won the race back, and I think he's going to still be out there. How about this little interesting move? Going to be starting on the outside lane for this restart. So let's see how this goes down. He might be working with Steve Rada here in the number 15 because he gets that jump on the outside and clears the 15. That definitely helps the 08 and the 15 out. As for guys getting knocked out, they include, I believe, the number 19 of Carson Gum, 25 machine of Sean Fay, the 48 of Cody Lamas, and the 33 of Patrick Schaefer. Only 4 guys after all that getting knocked out, but I think a lot of guys in the back with major damage. So we'll have to see who all is able to continue as we restart on lap 23 of 94 here at Talladega. Tyler Mallon out front with the jump on the outside. Steve Rada has no help behind him. Cittadino did not go with them, and Rada's actually going to try to take the lead from him. He's sticking on that inside lane.
Didn't time out too well for the 15 right there. But Mallon's getting a great push on the outside. Might get clear.
Tyler Mallon with help from James Shelley, and is that Alexander Russell I see in the 44? It is. How about that? I think he got caught in that accident, and as you can see, that would not make technical regulations in real NASCAR, but he's up here. He's holding on. James Shelley to the inside for the lead on Tyler Mallon. They're side by side. He goes down the clear Rada, and we'll see if he gets him at the line for lap 23. He won't.
Mallon.
Tyler Mallon able to hang on. As you can see, this pack is nowhere near as big as it was earlier. A lot more spread out, deeper in the field, as you can see. All these guys trying to hang on for dear life. Tristan Allen's actually trying to help Andrew Miller back here with Roger Ray helping him. And you see the damage on that 47. He got caught up in that accident. There's David Alvarez in the 68. The guy who technically started that accident. Zach Buchanan in the 9. The 42, Kyle Keith's back there. Matt Rodriguez in the 47. Carter Friesen in the 67. Looks like the car from Roblox or something like that. But either way, Tyler Mallon and James Shelley still side by side. And that time, Shelley will lead the lap.
Rada being very aggressive all over the pump at 71. I mean, he's not playing around. He's here to win it.
He definitely is, but it's still early on. We're just about a quarter of the way through this thing. I'm hoping that these guys can keep it clean for a majority of the rest of the event, but... Oh, never mind! There goes Rada around! Alexander Russell, Cittadino, Powell in the 11, and they're all jamming it up. Back end, Tristan Allen, hard impact for him. Buchanan, Gunther, Levi McIntyre. Fourth caution of the race, pole sitter. Matt Stern with heavy damage. Andrew Miller again.
72 in the grass.
Cittadino, I think he's done. Use that. That's Sony Tallman in the 17.
Well, we don't have any left.
We don't. But Steve Rada, oh man, look at that. David Alvarez, he was hanging in the back for that very reason, to avoid an accident, and he got caught up. Alexander Russell, that's tough break for him. He was running up front when that occurred. And Tristan Allen, we saw what he did to avoid the caution before that. Didn't work out too well for him there. Well,
man,
we're only going to have a few guys with that damage at the end of this one.
Yeah.
I think the leader is James Shelley. And after all that, Lyndon Wright finds himself in third. I don't know how that's the case. Rob Evans, Jonathan Fitzwater, a lot of these guys were involved in that prior accident. Roger Ray is 6th. David Alvarez is 7th. Kyle Keith, Preston Plurd, and Tristan Allen's in the top 10 after all that. I expect these guys to come down, and we're going to have to figure all this out. As the cautions come out for the 4th time tonight here at Talladega.
Man, it's like a junkyard back there. 99 RA out, Levi McIntyre.
Hey, I'm not surprised. I knew this was going to happen. You try to put 33 drivers who do not have NASCAR licenses on the racetrack, they're probably not going to figure it out. We'll just have to figure out how it all shakes out once we get to the restart. Boy. I think it's going to be, how about Mr. Roger Ray?
Oh, man.
He's going to go ahead and win the race off the pit lane, but I don't think he's going to take the lead. This pile of junk's taking the lead. Gold Deaver and Carson Gum. I think Carson Gum's a lap down. I actually thought he was out of the race. Apparently not. A lot of guys are going to end up a lap down after this, so we're going to have to see who gets knocked out. I think the 08's done. Oh, wow, the 08's done. Something happened to Tyler Mallon. He was the dominant guy.
Oh.
Oh, my. We're going to have to check in on that one. That is tough for him because he had a very good chance of winning this race.
On pit road.
And apparently he ended up getting hit on the pit lane. Oh boy.
That's... Oof.
Did such a good job avoiding all the other accidents in this event, and that's what ended up happening to him. That thing looks weird, okay? It's just the way it just deforms. I don't know what to tell you about that.
Apparently 88 got disconnected. So...
Oh, and Rob Evans with an issue, but that's a mechanical issue.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and see what happened here. First guy to go around was Rada, and I don't think Rada's in the race anymore.
Oh, he's 7th, I think.
He might be. Yep, he is in the race. No, I'm not real good at this stuff, guys. There's a lot going on, and we're trying to figure it all out, so please bear with us.
This wreck was push drafting gone wrong.
Does appear that it was, and it was right when I mentioned. I hope that they can race the entire race without another caution. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate you listening to me. I think that might have been Cole Baker got into it, and it's just the bump drafting does not work in these cars, and that's the second time it's happened to a Chevy, and those Chevys got that point. Now, I do know Cole Baker's not driving a Chevy. I think he is driving a Toyota. Actually, no, that's what happened. Alexander Russell, he got spun off of Jimmy Powell, and then Rada went around. I can never remember what happens in these accidents, and all these guys. Shane Lake around. Apparently some guys are not happy with him. Ooh, boy. I like the way these cars kind of fly in the air. Nick Gunther in the outside wall hard. There's Tallman. I think Jonathan Fitzwater got involved in this one. There's the 04 getting spun. I think that's the 95 of Charles. Now, that's Preston Plord who's around there. And then Tristan Allen, Matt Stern. Allen got hit again, and Zach Buchanan spun into this one. Levi McIntyre as well in the 99. Who's that? That's Cole Baker and Nick Gunther, who initially got involved. Except Cole's back in here. Look at that last lap he had there. 50 seconds even. How about that?
One driver we talked about the last crash, Roger Ray, he made through this one again. Forward just barely, just like last time. Got slowed down, slammed on the brakes, and got around the outside. He was just right behind Tristan Allen, like last time, but this time Allen was involved.
Watch out for him as this thing goes along. Tyler Mallon, this is the big one here, because he had a very, very good shot at winning this thing. I know this guy's good. I watched him dominate a race, and apparently, as you saw, Joe, they got a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
Was it coming off the pit lane?
It was in the pit lane. Looked like the 88 warped into the 08, which is definitely a bad situation for all involved.
88 warped into the 08?
Yeah.
Oh, wow! Oh, my.
Now we're coming
Talk
back to
about
green.
an unfortunate event there for the 08. Oh, my goodness. That was not necessarily supposed to happen, but it just took out what could have been the winner of this race. Now we got a totally different scenario coming into this thing. Back to racing. Good old ESPN, guys. Roger Ray the leader. Jonathan Fitzwater, I think, actually might have been the leader on the restart. We're not entirely sure, but now Roger Ray to the inside. Jonathan Fitzwater for the lead. Still got a lot of guys in this thing. 42 on the lead lap. And I think Shane Lake's still on the lead lap after all this. Yeah, he is. A lot of these guys have damage, but this guy does not. Roger Ray, I think, has a clean race car, and that is going to be a huge advantage to him. Steve Rada's still in this thing. And number 15, he's pushing. Phil Parker to the inside. Roger Ray, all he needs to do is just, keep it clean, hug the inside, I think, and he'll be good to go. But I don't know if anyone wants him to do that.
As soon as you say that.
What?
As soon as you say that, it goes up to the top side.
Oh, yeah. I thought you said caution. That word has scared me. That's a scary word. Let's not... Oh, that's... Yeah, we don't have in-game caution, so that wouldn't be going off. I'm sorry, guys. I've done so many online or offline races that I'm thinking that light's yellow and it's not. Oh, boy, and again, Shane Lake. And realistically, we could go without a yellow, but they're not going to do that.
Yeah, we got a ton of cars.
There might be some guys who get knocked out from this, and not because of damage either. Shelley around. In the 71. A 24 machine again. We'll have to see if they do call the caution. I would believe they would. And Roger Ray's going to win the race back. Steve Rada. Oh, and around goes Tallman. And Preston Plord. They tried to jam it, I think.
Man.
Well... Got the strength set too high, don't we?
110% doesn't work.
Nope. These guys are racing like it's 110% out there.
Yeah.
We kind of saw what happened there between Shane Lake and think it might have been Shelley in the 71.
So we got Sean Fay, who would like to do an interview. Just have to get him in here.
Okay, well, just make sure Kyle Matthews knows, and we'll talk to him about this one.
Yep.
All right, it might have been Cole Baker who got into. Oh yeah, wow. Cole Baker lost it off the corner and got into Shane Lake, and then Shelley tried to avoid and got into Nick Gunther. And that wall is unsafe. That should not be there the way it kinks out like that. Maybe if you can let Kyle Matthews know that want to interview him.
Yep.
Do that through the TeamSpeak I do believe.
Just did.
Okay. So we'll get Sean Fay in here eventually and get an opinion on what's going on from a guy who's actually been racing here tonight. And then you see Sonny Tallman and then Preston Blurt go around. I'm wondering if Alvarez got into the 68. He might have. Alvarez, excuse me.
We got requests lining up for interviews.
Oh boy, everybody's a little upset
Everyone
right
wants to
now.
speak their mind.
So the 04, or sorry, the 84, Roger Ray is the leader, and I don't think he came down. I mean, we've had so many yellows. What's the point of coming down?
Yeah. Not really going much.
Hope they can get in here, but if not, then yeah. If they can't, they can't.
Yeah, we'll wait and see.
We'll have to see. Kyle Matthews is, he's really busy on the race control in this thing. I can tell you that much.
If only I had the password.
I don't have it either, unfortunately. So that's just how it's going to go. Roger Ray's still out front, and I don't think any of these guys are going to come down. I think the 04 is a lap down.
Okay, here we go.
We got somebody in here, and I'm
Fay.
assuming you've been involved in the accident.
Not this most recent one, but I was involved in the earlier one, the 9 and it was a 42. Got it with me, unfortunately.
Yeah. So this race has been crazy, and you were involved in that big one down the backstretch. That one was officially caused by the 44 of Alexander Russell. He was the first guy to go around, but your thoughts on this race so far? We've already had 5 cautions. We're on lap 32. Do you think these guys are just going to be able to make it? I mean, we're just so low on guys in the field.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of go into this race expecting that there's going to be a couple of ones out there, a couple of cautions for some of those drivers in the beginning that are having a little rough going around. But I'm sure, hopefully, once we get going on further on in the race, hopefully we'll be able to see some more green flag runs and see some more stretches in the race. And I mean, the race so far is good. Not so good for my guys over at Roman Racing Motorsports. We had some more guys out there today. 68, as well as the 11 of Jimmy Powell, as well as I believe the 88 as well, are a couple of the guys that are left. Fortunately, I'm out for the day, as well as Tyler Mallon, 208, and some of the others. So it's not so much of a good day, but we got a couple more out on track. We're hoping that we can make something happen. And it's a good race so far, though, guys. It's good. And I really want to thank Seth for putting on a great show and helping out a lot for the NR community, putting on great special events like this to bring everybody together, especially for a field this big. It's definitely exciting to see.
I will say, we've had 18 to 21 viewers consistently the entire night, so it's not just the guys on the racetrack. So props to everyone out there for supporting these guys out here. Trust me, I've done this before. It's hard. It's very hard.
It is hard, but at least you get some viewers as well as drivers out here as well for this race. So overall, a very great night for NR in general. It's a very great night and a great way to spend it right here. A week before Halloween. I know it's kind of ironic. You'd think the race would be on Halloween. But
Yeah. Well, then next weekend, we got the finale in the NNSCRA Cup Series, I do believe. So
very excited.
that'll be fun. But Zach Rogers wants to know who that little girl is talking. I don't know if you want to say anything about that, but
Yeah.
But
No
either
comment
way,
on that one, but yeah, I mean, it's very exciting race though. Definitely, we're trying to see what we can do here, especially for my league as well, Rub and Racing Motorsports. We have racing on the weekends. We have 5 series on tap. So we got some of our drivers here trying to see what they can do as we're coming to the green flag here. Hopefully we can see what the last 3 left will be doing, and hopefully we can put on a good show here. And good luck to everyone else too that's left. I mean, hopefully we can still have a really great finish coming to the last part of this race. So far so good. And, hope the rest gets better.
Yeah, thank you very much. And Sean Fay knocked out of the race. He was driving the number 25 here tonight. So Roger Ray, hold on again.
Oh.
Boy,
Oh.
you know, this is just getting to a point
Yeah.
where they're gonna have to tell these drivers to chill, because this is ridiculous, and it's the same guys consistently. I think this is like the 5th time
Tristan.
I've seen, and it might not be. It's not even really his fault. This might
Yeah.
be like the 5th time Sony Tallman's been involved in something in this thing. There's the number 4 of Cole Deaver. He got caught up in that one. There's the 14 machine, and I'm wondering if Tristan's going to be done. Yeah, he's done. He's had it. Roger, you know, this is good for Roger Ray. He's getting a lot of laps led. He doesn't have to do much.
If they just keep wrecking, just keep leading just 1 laps.
But either way, we're going to go ahead and have another restart here. And,
Well, that was 4 wide on that deal.
Yeah,
so.
that I will say, that's too aggressive. At this point in the
Yeah.
race, and we've already had our 6th caution. That is just too much. You can't be doing that at this point of the event, and they did it. And, come on, guys. Let's just keep it chill out there. Well, they didn't.
I have another guy
35, Roger Ray. We'll probably have some more room for more interviews out of these guys, because a lot of guys are getting knocked out in this event.
Yeah.
And,
trying to get one more in here.
we'll have to see who it is. But, I don't really know what's going on Joe's end. He's kind of monitoring all of that for me, and I'm just controlling the replay controls here.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey, we got Tyler Mallon.
Okay, and
man.
boy, you probably have a very interesting story. That
yeah.
that was not expected to happen, but yeah, that's definitely not the way you wanted your day to end. And we got some interesting stuff going down there. Zach Buchanan's coming down. A lot of guys in the back coming down, but Roger Ray stays out. But either way, that shouldn't have happened, but it did. And Rob
It
Evans
did.
just popped right into you.
There was nothing either of us could do there. I don't blame Rob at all. I was really enjoying that race. I was having a great race back to the line with James Shelley on that last caution that I was alive for, and we oh man, that's so painful. I really want to thank Interstate Batteries for letting me run that scheme, and I want to thank Seth Cole for hosting this, and Jessica Shelton, and you guys for doing the commentary. You guys are doing a great job.
Thank you.
Well, I'll get them next time, I guess. Next Talladega, which is in a year, so.
Yep.
Yay.
Yeah,
We're rooting for you, man.
we were looking forward to you having a chance of winning this thing, and I knew after Armory Digital that you were going to be one of the threats, but that's just, I mean, considering what's happened to everybody else, for that to happen to you, that's just unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh, you avoid all the wrecks, and then something stupid happens to you. It's just the way it is.
Yep.
Hey, I think you got the best looking car, so.
No, thank you.
Yeah, we
Who's
both
that?
agree on that one. We love that thing. It looks really good on the Camaro. We will say that.
Thank
we'll
you.
Say, Zach Rogers mentioned that they did a Daytona 500 special event 2016. It had 33 cautions and 200 laps. Let's hope that does not happen
Oh, no.
tonight. I gotta go to bed eventually.
I'll stay up
I'm on
for
the
it.
Eastern time zone, guys. It's 9:39 over here. But either way, I think we were going to restart, but I think they called it off. These guys are coming down. But thank you, Tyler Mallon, for joining us, giving your thoughts on this one, and good luck in future races.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
User left your channel.
So, Roger Ray is still out front. Jonathan Fitzwater is going to be second, and they are now lining up for the restart. And a lot of guys just torn up in this thing. And I really, really, truly hope that the message to these guys is to chill out.
Yeah,
Not
base
even
control.
halfway, and we've already had 6 yellows. So here's a 57 of Matt Rodriguez, and then 47 of Andrew Miller. I mean, we went the first 10 laps without a yellow. That's pretty good. I mean, do that again, guys. I think you can.
Yeah.
We'll
Should I
have
tell
to
Kyle
see.
Matthews to deliver that message?
Yeah. Stop wrecking. Either way, this is good news for Roger Ray. I think he's been able to stay out front for quite a while. And look at all of a sudden who's in third. Seth Cole. He's done a really good job in this race. I really haven't seen him get involved in too much. And there he is, running third. And he still uses a keyboard as far as I know. David Alvarez in the 68 is going to be starting in the 4th position. We got ourselves 04 pole sitters. Found himself in the 5th position. That is Matt Stern. I'm not used to these names, guys. I'm sorry. Zach Buchanan in the 9, running 6th. Steve Rada is still in the top 10. Shane Lake's still in the top 10. Nick Gunther is 9th, and Kyle Keefe is 10th. Lyndon Wright, Preston Plord, the 11. Wondering if he's had to give up his spot there. But Jimmy Powell in the 11 there is shown 13th. I think Friesen's going to be starting in that position, Carter Friesen, and they're ready to get back going. And just a message to everybody: let's keep it chill out there. Let's not have another accident for a while. We could go the entire race without another caution. I don't know. I will do something very good for everybody. I don't know what it'll be yet. I can't think that fast, but we'll figure it out. Here we go. Roger Ray back to the line, lap 38 of 94 at Talladega.
Good push on the outside.
And Jonathan Fitzwater, who was involved in one of those accidents earlier on, and around again. However, it's a single car spin, and I don't think they're too happy with him. Jimmy Powell in the 11. I don't think that's going to warrant a caution. I don't think. It's a single car spin, so they should remain green. Roger Ray is back out front.
That was a big block they put there in Jonathan Fitzwater.
Here comes Seth Cole. You know him. 55 to the inside. Roger Ray for the lead. He's got help from Zach Buchanan and pole sitter Matt Stern in the 04.
Oh, he's getting a big push there from the 9. Almost got him loose. Oh, man. There. Oh, look at the 9. Oh, my gosh.
They're all over the place here, but it is a smaller pack now. The more they spread out, the more likely it is, and a huge block there, but it did not work, and Roger Ray with a full head of steam on the outside of Seth Cole for the lead.
Caution is out.
And they threw it out for the 11.
Man.
Boy, 7th yellow of the race.
Didn't think that would be happening.
I don't think so either.
Normally one
I don't think it warranted a caution. Maybe Powell wanted one and they gave it to him. But now a new leader. It's Seth Cole in the 55. We'll have to see what he can do. Or what he will do, I should say, because we're going to end up with another situation where these guys are going to have to pit for fuel. I mean, they're getting a lot of opportunities under these caution flags to do so.
Speaking of pit stops, last yellow, Roger Ray wasn't very happy. I saw on the radio over what happened there. The 9, he said, played him. The 9 looked like he was going to stay out. 9 ended up coming down the last second. Put the 4 out there. So that going on. Got some games going on entering the pits. Could possibly happen again here.
We'll have to see. Yeah, the more guys that get knocked out, the more they come to the stream and watch, so that's why.
There you go.
But hey, thank you to everyone watching. And I would like to thank Seth Cole again for letting me do this here tonight. Definitely a very fun event so far. Definitely a very wild event. But hey, Hallowdega, what do you expect? It's always going to be wild. A lot of guys came down, but the 04, our pole sitter, will be back to the lead. After all that, he's back up front, Matt Stern in the 04.
Got some fuel and they got some tires.
few guys staying out right there, wondering what the strategy is on those guys. And I think
The 11 stayed out.
Zach Buchanan wins the race off the pit lane in the number 9.
Some of these guys could have been trying to take the wave around, but the 04 and the others might have stopped that from happening.
Might have. See. Leaderboard keeps on. I mean, they're all over the place right now on the racetrack, so it's kind of hard to tell who's on the lead lap, who's not, and where they all are.
Yeah, it looks like we got 20 cars on the lead lap, according to this leaderboard.
I'm not sure if that's counting those guys. Yeah, I think you're probably right.
I think
20 of the
71
33
is.
guys who started this race still in leaderboard. You know, I want to see him go single file restart. That'll keep him from wrecking.
That will, yeah.
That's a good idea, I think. We should try that, guys.
We could be like NASCAR and change the rules mid-race.
Yeah. Why not? We'll have to see about these top 3. They stayed out, and I think they're all in the lead lap, and they are. I think James Shelley's a lap down in the 71. He is. Kyle Keefe is 4th. Colt Baker is a lap down. Alexander Russell as well. Number 14 is 5th. Phil Parker. I think Cole Deaver's a lap down. Oh, that's unique right there.
Oh. Who was that?
They got into Phil 14? Parker. Not sure what the deal is with those guys, but they're not too happy with each other. Oh, Andrew Miller is 6th after all this. Yeah. I don't know how he's still in this thing.
Look at the chat. They're not too. The 14 was not happy with the 4, and I think retaliation there.
Okay. Oh, we got some tempers flaring here at Talladega. It's like short track Saturday night at Bristol.
Yeah, 14 not too happy with the 4, saying he got him loose. And I guess the 4 took exception to some of the name calling there.
We're not going to open up that chat.
No, you're not.
So Matt Stern, I mean...
What I'm here for.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got it covered, guys. Joe's got it covered for us. But Matt Stern, the leader. David Alvarez in the 68 alongside him. Preston Plord, Kyle Keefe. Andrew Miller is going to be 5th. Zach
Looks like
Buchanan.
the top 5 stayed out.
Yeah, I think the top 5 did, in fact, stay out. I mean, with how many yells we're having, I mean, why not?
Might as well, yeah.
Yeah, Jonathan Fitzwater, Steve Rada in the 15. And then we got the 15. No, that's actually the 84, Roger Ray, alongside the number 7 of Nick Gunther. That's the top 10. I think Colt Baker's a lap down still, and he is. I'm still trying to figure it out back in here. So many guys with damage, it's unbelievable. Seth Cole, I think Seth Cole and Roger Ray. Zach Buchanan doesn't seem to have any damage. And then maybe Matt Stern, I mean, and Preston Plord. Those guys might be the only guys without damage so far.
It's a big cluster trying to find where they're supposed to restart.
And Levi McIntyre's requesting an interview, so let you figure that one out, Joe.
Yep.
That's all up to Kyle Matthews, or I think it's Kyle Matthews, so we'll have to figure all that out. But
it is.
Either way, yeah, okay. Joe's got that all figured out, so we'll try to get you in here. But either way, 04, Matt Stern, David Alvarez side by side. Coming to the restart, lap 42 is when they'll be back to green flag racing, and hopefully they can keep it that way. I don't know if they will or not, so let's see. A huge jump by Stern.
Yeah, get them spread out.
User was moved to your channel.
Okay.
Levi McIntyre, and he said it was the 4th straight time that you failed to finish this thing. It's got to be frustrating, but I'm almost glad you're out of this one. The way they're racing is unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean that's the nature of this race, especially when you have a huge field like this. Chaos can ensue, and I thought we had a really good car. We were hanging on top 10 all the way through until we got taken out in that first major big one on lap 18. Yeah, I saw what happened with the 9 getting into the 42 and down into the 25, and I almost made it through.
Single car spin.
I almost made it through, but then the 42 came back up and clipped me, and I knew the day was done because I tried to see if I had any engine damage, and sure enough I did. And then once that caution happened afterwards, I knew it was just not my day. But it's like I'm cursed at this place.
Oh, and there we go again.
Single start, and it just hasn't been out.
Seth Cole upside down as Michael Norman got hit, and Preston Plord in the 96.
They're wrecking again on the backstretch.
And they're wrecking again. More contact. Cole Baker and Nick Gunther.
You're not the only one in the garage, I can tell you that.
Yeah, you're going to have a lot of friends here soon, Levi, but number 9, Zach Buchanan's now taking the lead. Roger Ray is second. And it will be Zach Buchanan winning the race back, but thank you, Levi, and good luck next year, hopefully. Maybe finally you can finish one of these things, maybe even get the win.
If I come back.
I don't blame you. So Levi McIntyre out of the race, and we're going to have some more, and that's going to be it for Seth Cole. I mentioned he was one of the few guys who had a clean race car.
He's still driving it, though.
And he's still trying in that number 55. I'm wondering if this is intentional. If it is intentional, then that will result in the driver getting taken out. That is in the official rulebook, so we'll have to see how that all goes down. 96, Preston Plord.
Oh. Yeah, he got, I don't know if that was intentional or if he just got down in the apron and got loose.
Nick Gunther. Looks like he's got a blown tire.
I think he got loose and he overcorrected it, is what I'm seeing.
We'll go ahead and review that one.
And then they wrecked again on the backstretch with the 7 who turned up into the 18. That may have been retaliation.
Yeah, it does appear that this might be an intentional accident, so that would result in driver getting kicked out, and we'll have to see who that was. The retaliation was down the backstretch, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, the 7 got
so this is the first thing that happened. And the yellow, Preston Plord just lost. It came back up on Michael Norman and Seth Cole. And then Lyndon Wright kind of had nowhere to go right there, as you can see. And Seth Cole flipping through the air. And then, yep, Nick Gunther and Cole Baker. And that one might knock Gunther out because that looked a little blatant. I'm not going to call any shots and say that he did do that on purpose, but there's a good chance he did. We'll look at that one again.
84 faked the 9 this time, got the 9 to come down. 84 stayed out.
Yep. There was no need for that tough break. Cole Baker, I think, was already a lap down. He was. Well, once again, 8th caution. We're getting close to halfway here. We'll be halfway. 47. Yeah, lap 47. So we're pretty close to it. Zach Buchanan won the race back. But I don't think he is going to be restarting first. I think, like you said, Roger Ray faked him out again.
Yes.
Roger Ray is just getting really sneaky here, and he's doing a very smart thing with this strategy. Trying to fake everybody out so he can just stay out front. And I'm telling you, Roger Ray right now, if I had to place money on anybody winning this thing, I might put it on the 84. I don't know.
He's got momentum from last night, getting second, almost win.
He did. He did almost win last night's race in Michigan in Tristan's league. He almost did, but he did a good job. I got to give a lot of props to Roger Ray for not wrecking Tristan Allen last night in that race. Thought he might do it. He didn't. And hey, you know, reverse karma here. He might be blessed with a win because of doing that. We'll just have to see.
Yeah, don't wreck the guy one night, and he won't get wrecked the next night. Gotta try and fake more people.
I think people will. I think these guys are probably going to eventually catch on him.
Yeah.
It's like the 3rd or 4th time he's done that in this event. I don't quite know what the deal was there, but they're lining up. I don't believe that we have green flag this time. It's going to be next time. So we'll green flag and cross halfway on that green flag lap.
So we got 19 cars right now in the lead lap from the looks of it, and 25 left running. Although the 55 should be out, I think. Oh, see. Well, he's still running. Seth Cole is somehow still out there.
Yeah, he's still
on the
figuring it
backstretch.
out. Let's see, he's got 151 down the backstretch. That might be as fast as he could possibly go.
Yeah, is that minimum speed? Do we have a minimum
And
speed?
it looks
in the
like
rule?
Gunther's going to still be out there. I don't think they kicked him out, so I don't know what the call is on that one.
He's on pit road, maybe.
He's actually coming out the pit lane. He was down. Kyle Keefe in the 42 might have an issue.
We don't know what's going on.
About halfway through. We're going to have 47 to go. When we are finished with this green flag lap this time by. So when they cross the line, it's going to start lap 47, and then when they're done that lap, we will be halfway through the 4th annual NNSCRA Hallowdega special event, and I really hope these guys can keep it clean and green. Otherwise, Joe, you're going to have to do the rest of the commentating because everyone else in my house is going to fall asleep and hear me, and I can't really do that. Can't wake everybody else up.
Maybe, at least if they wreck, make it a big one so that we can interview people.
Yeah.
This
Have everybody
point
else come in. But thanks to everybody watching here tonight. Hope you're enjoying this special event on this Wednesday evening. It's been a wild one. 8 cautions up to this point. We'd call that a wreck fest. Longest green flag run was 10 laps at the beginning of the race. We did, in fact, go 10 laps in this race at one point. So,
making up for the Talladega race a few weeks ago.
Well, here we go. Roger Ray, the leader. Matt Stern, the pole sitter, on his outside. The only time we've seen a guy choose the outside lane was Tyler Mallon when he was leading earlier on in one of the restarts. I've lost count on these restarts. They're all out of shape here, but there's just so few guys in this pack that I really, really would hope they can just keep it together. Of course, never know when a warping issue can happen. I mean, Tyler Mallon's out of this race because of a similar issue to that. Rob Evans just popped right into him. We saw that earlier on in the event.
And Rob Evans runs second.
After all of that.
He's
on the lead lap. He completely knocked out Tyler Mallon. And now he's going for the lead. He's got help from the 11 machine. Oh, boy, Matt Stern. He's going to find a hole ahead of Steve Rada. Don't ask me how that happened. But here he comes. Rob Evans. We saw what he did. He popped right into the 08, and now he's leading the race. I don't know anymore.
How about the 9 going up with the A4? They've been playing games all race, and they're the two working together the best.
Yeah, well, your friends are where you find them here at Talladega. And that's what's going on with Zach Buchanan and Roger Ray. Halfway to the 4th annual NNSCRA Hallowdega special event here tonight. And Rob Evans is now out front. First lap's led of the evening. In the wall a little bit. Zach Buchanan.
He got shuffled out.
He got shuffled out of line. He did cause one of the accidents earlier on in the event, and he's trying to hang tough up there. Michael Norman's still in this thing, I do believe. And now he's a lap down. We have ourselves 20 guys on the lead lap. A lap down and still in the race include Cole Baker, Michael Norman, Sony Tallman, 72 machine of John Cittadino, and the 4 of Cole Deaver. Out of the race, we have the 14 of Phil Parker. 73 of Tristan Allen is out. The 08 of Tyler Mallon, we saw what happened to him. Levi McIntyre in the 99. The 25 machine of Sean Fay. The 99, that car driven by
Levi McIntyre.
Levi McIntyre, I already mentioned him. It fakes me out a little bit there. Levi McIntyre's out twice. Sorry about that. The 25 machine. We mentioned Sean Fay there as well. Trying to keep it together here. I'm not the best. Cody Lamas
Seth
is
Cole's
out.
out now.
Patrick Schaefer and the 02 of Jessica Shelton.
Seth Cole just retired his car. His max speed was 161 down the straights.
And he was unable to reach minimum speed, I should say. Seth Cole, so he's out. And 19 guys on the lead lap here at Talladega. And we got some good racing going on up front. Lap 50 of 94. Rob Evans continuing to hold on to the lead. The 04 machine. Matt Stern, the pole sitter. You know, he's got a very clean race car. I got to give major props to him in this thing. He's been able to avoid a lot of what's been going on here tonight. Here he is, taking the lead away from Rob Evans in the 88 machine. Got some help there from Jimmy Powell and Roger Ray, and the 04 will clear. So back to the point. It's Matt Stern in the 04.
User
Make
was
it-
moved to your
yep.
channel.
Got Phil Parker here.
And Phil Parker got knocked out
Hello.
in that one. I don't know how you got knocked out. We've had so much going on in this race, but still, just a wild event. You almost glad you're out of this thing?
No, I mean, you know, it gives me more time to relax, but I mean, to be honest with you, I'm a little disappointed, but, you know, the race, being able to race this race is worth it, you know, being able to be up there in front, hell, even like a few laps is worth it. Just, I know in that one restart, I got a good run, and then I had to check up, so I went bumping NA1, and then the 4 car got inside of me, and then the boost, and I guess it's so on and so forth from there. I got into someone, you know, the opportunity for me to win wasn't meant to be, but to be able to compete against some of these guys, you know, some of them I've competed against for the first time, and then some of these guys I've competed against for years, man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's the opportunity is worth it to race in this race. I haven't raced in this race in 2 years, so, you know, it was pretty cool just to go out there and ride. Sad that we got taken out, we had to get car, but, you know, we'll be back next year. You know.
Yeah, we will. So, Phil Parker out of the race. Thank you very much for giving us your thoughts on this one, and good luck in the future here.
Alright, not a problem. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Somebody. Oh, in a wall!
Oh!
Rada! Hard in the outside with Jonathan Fitzwater and
Oh.
David Alvarez, and I think he might have gotten clipped through the corner. That might have been bumping through the corner. That does not work here. That might end Rada's day, or Rada's day, excuse me.
Oh, Deaver involved. He was still in the backstretch, and he got involved.
Yeah, that he was already there, I do believe.
I think he spun in 1 and 2. Was slow with a flat tire, and I think he may have gotten collected again.
Jonathan
Man.
Fitzwater. Jimmy Powell is now out front in number 11.
Steve Rada already out.
And Rada's going to be done. We'll probably be interviewing him.
That was hard. This ran out of real estate.
Let's go ahead and see. I mean, we'll eventually only end up with a few guys left in this thing. Kind of like a good old demolition derby at your local county fair. But, what do you expect? Let's see what happened here.
Man,
And he tried to come down on Rob Evans, I think.
I think Evans tried to come up and he tried to cut. That's just.
See, Deaver was already there. Oh, yeah, Ray
Yeah.
to try to get into Rob Evans, and it didn't work, and hard in the outside. Right with Jonathan Fitzwater. Who Andrew Miller avoided that one pretty well. David Alvarez had nowhere to go, unfortunately, in the 68.
Yeah, the first thing I saw in that crash was the 15 shot up to the outside wall at such a horrible angle.
Thankfully, they're not actually in the cars. We always like to treat it as is a video game here on NAPAFan, so don't worry. Given the fact that Rada didn't throw his wheel across the room, he's fine.
We got more cars on pit road.
We'll have to
Fact, I
see
think
how
the whole
this all
field.
goes down. And it's, oh yeah, it looks like everybody, yeah, everybody's coming down here. The guy who was leading was the number 11 of Jimmy Powell III. There he is in the number 11 machine.
9 first off. Buchanan. Roger Ray second.
And third will be Powell in the 11. So, Zach Buchanan out front. And, you know, he's got a clean race car. He, Matt Stern, and Roger Ray might be the only guys with clean race cars. You know what? Powell's got a pretty clean race car in the number 11. Alexander Russell's still up here. He's fourth now. Lyndon Wright, after all that. I mean, for all these guys, I mean, there have been maybe 3 guys who have not been involved in an accident. Some of them have even caused an accident, of those guys who have not been involved. But, still, a lot of these guys have been involved in multiple incidents here today, and they're still in contention for the win. So, we'll have to see how it all goes down for these guys.
We have 23 cars left in the race as the 15 just retired.
Steve Rada out of this one.
And the 4 of Cole Deaver is 4 laps down.
Cole Deaver is 4 laps down. Yeah, Nishi was on the grass back in there.
I think he may have spun on a single car spin, possibly.
And the caution did not come out for it. Sony Tallman's still in this thing. I tell you, that thing is warped. And I think I would like to say add the medium graphics on, just so that we can, load the track up and everything. That might be kind of why the cars look as funny as they do. But that's just so we can, stream it for you guys, and we want to be able to do so without there being a major issue. I would expect these guys to restart next time by. We'll have to see how it all goes down. So Steve Rada's out of the race,
and he is disconnected from the lobby.
Yeah, so we're not going to get an interview with him. Tough break for Steve Rada. He had a great shot. I think he was definitely another one of those guys who I thought would have a very good chance of winning this thing.
He was very, very aggressive. I can say that.
And he cut down on Rob Evans, and that just would cause that whole accident right there with the 68 of David Alvarez and who else was involved? Jonathan Fitzwater in the 05. And I'm wondering about Fitzwater. He got jammed in that outside wall significantly. And he's still on the pit lane. It looks like he'll be able to continue somehow. But, Cole Deaver, I think he's still out there in the number 4. And he is. 3 laps down now.
Oh, there you go. We got a lap back.
I think only 3 cars 1 lap down, including Michael Norman. 17 machine of Sony Tallman and the 72 machine of John Cittadino. Other than that, 19 on the lead lap. I think Jonathan Fitzwater will remain on the lead lap, and he will. Back to the restart here. So we haven't even taken out the entire half of the field. We haven't taken out half of the entire field yet. Gotta get my words correct, but
hearing the 68, David Alvarez has engine damage. He's at the back of the field, so he'll be slower on this restart.
They're ready to go here. And I think at this point, if you guys like Zach Buchanan and Roger Ray, I know Roger Ray's tried to fake him out multiple times in this thing, but why not work together? I mean, you're a couple of guys without any damage. Just go ahead and try to put some time on the rest of the field. Try to do what Stewart Haas Racing did a couple weeks ago. Maybe, just maybe, it might be one of the two to get the win.
I'm honestly surprised the 9 didn't take the top here. Thought that maybe he and the A4 were working pretty good together. They were slicing through the field. Actually kind of shocked they didn't take the outside here.
Like I said, only driver to take the outside so far in this event was Tyler Mallon earlier on. And he got popped out by Rob Evans, and definitely one of the weirder events to happen in this event. Oh, I think was that our 9th caution? Have you been keeping track of this, Joe?
We're almost double digits, I think.
Yeah, like 9th caution of the race. I don't know, but we're back to racing on lap 56 of 94, and we're starting to close in on the end of this thing. And unfortunately, they're going to get more aggressive because of it.
They already are back there. They're all moving down to the bottom. 3 wide. Oh,
Looks
man.
like everybody's clean for now. Buchanan will remain out front. Lyndon Wright's going to get to the inside of Jimmy Powell. Powell's got some help from Roger Ray on the outside lane, but Buchanan's all by himself and able to stay out front at the moment. And an issue on Andrew Miller. He's down on the apron.
Might not have liked what he saw.
Either that or a problem on his race car. One of the two. Nick Gunther's up here in the 7, running 3rd.
Something I've noticed, that 11 is very fast. Saw him before that yellow came out. He was moving right here. He's moving with Roger Ray behind him.
Zach Buchanan holding on to the lead. Lyndon Wright right behind him, giving him that push on the inside. Matt Stern's up here. I mean, you cannot count out Matt Stern. He's definitely one of those guys you gotta watch out for, because he has been able to keep a very clean race. He started on the pole, and he's done a very good job with the strategy to get him in this position. Michael Norman's a lap down in the 3. Nick Gunther's still up here. I think Gunther's a good pick for the win. And Roger Ray in the number 84 as well. And how about Lyndon Wright trying to find a way around Zach Buchanan? Buchanan goes up a block. Ooh, Lyndon Wright might try back to the inside. Ooh, they were almost in the outside wall right there. And look at this, the leader's running up on the top
in the
lane. Look at
outside.
what they're doing here. They're trying to get a 5-car draft. Nat
They're
Stern's
turning
all
Dale
by himself
Jr.
on the inside.
Roger Ray breaks low.
Jack Buchanan with an interesting strategy and a bit of a 3-wide situation here. Roger Ray trying to middle lane here. Breaking off from the 11 of Jimmy Powell, and he's got some help from James Shelley. Shelley's on the lead lap. Nick Gunther as well. Forms back to 2 lanes. All that shifting down the backstretch. But Buchanan remains out front in the number 9.
James Shelley's been all over the place, going back and forth for the past few runs.
Look at that, Roger Ray to the inside. He's got it. That is a solid move. Watch out for this 84 here tonight. He's got the help from James Shelley, Nick Gunther, and I think he might have a shot at the victory near the end of this thing. The way he went, I think it was 4th, the last lap to 1st on that one lap. That is definitely a sign of strength out of Roger Ray. They got that thing tuned up very well. Shelley to the outside.
Ooh.
He does not want Roger Ray to continue leading this thing.
Comes Gunther down low to 7.
Nick Gunther to the inside. Trying
Outside
to
lane
find a way
forward.
around the 71. Unable to do so.
Here
Shelley's
comes
going to
71.
try to move to the inside of Roger Ray, and he is not able to clear him. But a great move there by the 84 to let him by. We're still on lap 59 and 94. Still a long time left to go in this race. Still probably a dozen more cautions for all I care. But Roger Ray with a very
Comes
smart
Buchanan.
move, and that might just be the winning move of the race if he gets the victory. But James Shelley now out front in the 71. Buchanan with help from Nick Gunther on the inside. Matt Stern in the 04 as well.
That man's getting a push draft. This is not going to work out. Oh, luckily he let off into the corner.
Lap 60 of 94. And if we go long enough... Oh, Buchanan on the apron. Wonder if he's bailing
I
out
think he
here.
liked that 7 being behind him.
Yeah,
Look at
Nick
Ray.
Gunther, very aggressive. Roger Ray to the outside, but he doesn't have any help. He got a slingshot on James Shelley, but he doesn't have any
11.
drafting help, but now he does. There goes the 11, trying to push him. Lyndon Wright on the 71. He's trying to take the lead now, and the only
whoa.
Ford Mustang.
We do have Miller ahead. Hopefully gets out of the way down to the apron.
Yeah, I think he will. He's the kind of driver that
Or
will
he's
let
an
him
AI.
by. I know that much. Roger Ray, able to lead that lap. A lot of help from the outside for the 84.
The 84 is strong. So's the 11. I think if those two can be paired up at the end, it's going to be those two that lose it.
It most likely will be. Number 11, Jimmy Powell the third. Right now running in the second position, helping Roger Ray. They were able to get around James Shelley right there. Lyndon Wright fell back in the 66. He did not get a good run there. Lost the draft a little bit. Can't count out Matt Stern. I think Matt Stern still has a very good shot. Cole Baker has now found himself inside the top 10. He got his laps back at the free pass, and here he is on the outside lane, battling for 4th.
How about Alex Russell inside the top 3, the 44?
Great run for Alex Russell as well. Oh, Andrew Miller, just get down to the apron, man. Get down to the apron. Let him
Miller.
by. Go down low to let him
He's
by.
using the wall.
That he almost hit the
at
outside
the
wall
11.
right there. And there we go. Jimmy Powell to the inside. They're going 3 wide behind him.
Uh-oh. Oh, Miller's good at holding that wall. That's all I got to say.
This is going to get close. Hopefully they all can get around him. Andrew Miller doing all he can. I
Got
know.
another car to
Oh, Michael Norman.
Oh.
Somebody in the inside hard. Preston Plord.
Oh, spin back up. No yellow.
I don't know if that'll
That
bring
we
out a
don't think.
yellow or not.
Start
It
finish
might
line,
not.
11 took it.
It was
No yellow.
no yellow. Single car spin does not warrant a yellow. So Preston Plord, that's probably going to be it for him. How about Alex Russell? You got to give a huge shout out to him. I didn't even know this guy was an online racer. I know he's a really good online or NR3 painter. I mean, he probably painted the scheme himself. He is amazing. But here he is running second. He filled in for somebody in the Turkey Hill Series and in my offline league, and he won the first race. That's offline.
Oh.
This is
Oh.
online. Here he is running
Oh.
second. right behind Jimmy Powell. He is getting pushed by Shelley quite a bit.
He's out of control.
Shelley was not having him in front of him. That's 71 trying to get to the inside. No help from Matt Stern. Gunther to the inside of Russell. They are letting him hang to dry.
He's having a good run up through there too. Look at the 7 though. Yeah, look
Ooh,
to
here
the
comes
inside.
Gunther to the inside. Great run for Gunther to the inside of Jimmy Powell. And Nick Gunther now out front.
Slide up. Oh, look at the 11.
Ooh, boy. Crossover move right there.
And where's Roger go? Just take it 3 wide.
Roger Ray, you know, he's a very clean driver. That's what I've seen the past couple of nights here in these online races. He's a very clean driver, very coordinated. I think he's just going to stay behind Gunther, push him to the lead, and Jimmy Powell does not have any help there. And then inside, next guy in line is Shelley, and he's a couple car lengths behind him.
And how about this? The 4 cars that we thought would be at the end. The 84, the 11, the 9, and the 04. They're all up here inside the top 5.
They are. Any surprise there? There goes Roger Ray. How about that bold move? He had the inside to cut ahead of Jimmy Powell, and he did so. And now to the inside of Lyndon Wright for the lead.
He needs the help. The 7 went to block the 9. That might be what he needed. It's clear.
And they're now closing in on Rob Evans, who I think might have been involved in the last accident. I can't remember. I have the memory of a Stegosaurus, but either way, here comes Nick Gunther back to the inside of Roger Ray. They're crossing over like crazy, and Rob Evans holding the inside here. Oh, boy.
Oh, get to the apron, Rob.
You gotta get to the apron now. Get
down.
to it now.
Oh, man. This is not good. Oh!
Edgy right there with Roger Ray.
Rob, get up out of the way.
I think he's trying to, but he can't get completely out of the way. Zach Buchanan and Matt Stern are going to fall back a little bit.
Go? Oh.
And Joe's about to have a heart attack here because of Rob Evans. They're trying to find a way around him. He's a lap down now. Nick Gunther's out front. Will they find a way around Rob Evans? Majority of this field has gotten by. Zach Buchanan and I think Lyndon Wright have failed to do so.
The 4 and the 68 also ahead?
Yeah, we got Cole Deaver and David Alvarez here. They're also closing in. Rob Evans is still in this back. You know, I wonder if he was trying to catch the draft, because he seems to be going pretty fast right now.
Here they come. Oh, gosh. Get down.
They're going to take the inside.
That's probably the smartest thing to do right there.
It might be. These guys are racing. Oh, Deaver!
Oh.
My goodness. My first ever Inter 2003 online wreck was caused by Cole Deaver. Let me just tell you that. That's all I'm going to say. Well, they got around him somehow, some way. Nick Gunther leads the field. Cole Baker in the 18 is now second. Oh, boy. Shane Lake.
Baker just got the boot.
Shane Lake is now in the top 3. He's been involved in like 5 accidents so far. Well, here he is. Oh, boy. A bit of a block right there. Gunther reacted to Cole Baker. And it almost caused an accident, but thankfully it didn't. Somebody falling off. That is Matt Stern, and you know what? He might just be saying to himself, I'm going to let these guys race.
Here they come all that traffic. 7 get the draft.
Citadino in the way. Here's, I think that is Preston Plord. He hit the inside wall a few laps ago.
The outside.
And they're finding a way to the outside of Preston Plord. Plord on the apron. And they'll all avoid him. Somehow, some way.
This is controlled chaos.
It is. This is the longest green flag run of the night.
You just jinxed it.
Well, it's still the longest green flag run of the night either way.
Oh, look at the 7.
Oh, brother! You're right, I did! Cole Baker around, Gunther in the outside. And Alexander Russell again with damage, and that's going to end Baker's day. That's a hard hit to the inside wall.
Oh. Nick Gunther might be done. Buchanan's going to lead them back over James Shelley and Michael Norman, who was a lap down. So Roger Ray's going to be, I think, 3rd.
Roger Ray's still in this thing. And you know what? Matt Stern pulled out of that one. Pulled out of that pack a couple laps ago. Now everyone's mad at me for jinxing it. But the 04, you know, he's still in this thing. I just think he might have been in that pack when that wreck happened. He decided to back off, and it worked for him.
A guy who did a great save there was the 24, Shane Lake. Sideways up onto the banking, after trying to miss that down to the apron, he did a great save.
Somebody all the way down. That's
Cole Deaver.
Cole Deaver.
Probably trying to end his race.
We'll have to see what happened here. The leaders, Nick Gunther, and who else? It was Cole Baker.
Remember, Gunther was leading. That was an aggressive block they put on Baker.
Yeah. This is, I said, that's the second time. That is the second time in this event that I have, like, flat out jinxed it as much as I possibly can. I'm gonna see right here.
Another driver who did an amazing job. Lyndon Wright was completely sideways on the apron and saved the car. Oh my, drifting is, oh man.
Oh yeah. And you see Gunther, he ended up moving up on Cole Baker. And you see Baker go around. There's Shane Lake. I think he avoids this one. Look at that. Oh yeah. He saved it. And then you said Lyndon Wright.
Oh.
Lyndon Wright did the same exact thing. Drifting out of those guys.
Another driver who almost had missed, Matthew Rodriguez, stand on the brakes.
Matthew Rodriguez almost getting involved in the number 57. He almost hit Nick Gunther. And then you see the 18.
He might have actually. That's close.
18 of Cole Baker also involved. And the other guy, Alexander Russell, had a bit of that one. But I think for the most part he should be good.
Well, they all came down the pit lane.
So we'll go ahead and see what's going on.
Buchanan won the race off.
Buchanan. Zach Buchanan driving for Chase Elliott. My man. You guys could probably figure that one out by now. You know, this is like the one scheme that Chase Elliott has that hasn't won a race in real life at this point. So let's get it a win here tonight. Let's see.
Yeah.
Zach Buchanan leads. I think Roger Ray second. He'll be on the front row for this restart.
3 cars that stayed out, but they were trying to get away from around maybe. There they have to pit time.
Yeah, these guys did all fall a lap down.
See if they stay out here, if they decide to come down.
That's Preston Plord. I gotta apologize, guys. I have gotten Preston Plord and Charles Jackson mixed up. They pretty much got the same cars. I think. Where is that 95 machine? I know he's still out there. Or is he?
Nope, he's done.
He's done.
I don't think he started. No, he didn't
I
start.
think, you know what, you're right. Maybe I thought this car was white. They're all coming back down here. There might be right on the edge of making it to the end.
Yeah, so top it off. It's Talladega. Track position, you know, doesn't really mean much.
See if anybody on the lead lap stayed out. And, in fact,
the 04.
Matt Stern. So Matt Stern's going to be the leader here. Shane Lake second. Yeah. Shane Lake, he was trash talking before the race. Man, I'm going to win this thing. And,
Jimmy
you know
Powell
what? He might.
also stayed out.
He might get the win here tonight. He's had a very solid race. I mean, he was involved in a lot of accidents earlier on, but, you know, he finds himself not officially in the lead because Matt Stern will be, I think, starting on the outside for this restart. But Jimmy Powell in the 11 there is third. Cittadino, I think, is still a lap down, and he's 2 laps down, so he's at least 1 lap down. Deaver, we know he's pretty much out. Same, I think Michael Norman's going to get back on the lead lap here. He's been a lap down a majority of this event, now finds himself 4th. But he did top off there. I'm wondering if these guys are going to have enough fuel at the end. Do you know what the fuel window could be here? I have no clue.
It depends on what they're using here. But
I would venture to say 2X, but I could be wrong about that. We'll have to see.
So Zach Buchanan topped off. First one off. He's going to be around 7th at the restart because Carter Friesen let him by. They're all
By the way, Carter
Friesen's
on the lead lap in the 67.
Yeah, he has some hard damage.
But he's been, you know, falling in the back pretty much the entire night. I mean, he was involved in one of the first accidents of this event.
I think he's had some damage too because he's been running around with some other drivers that have been off pace.
Yeah. Realistically, there aren't many guys who have a shot at winning this thing anymore, but the big guys, definitely Matt Stern, Jimmy Powell, and Zach Buchanan along with Roger Ray. Those 4 guys, I think, have the best shots. But you never know. I think we might be coming back to the restart here.
Looks like it.
They're lining up for it, so I would assume that would be the case.
They did all just change positions because I think a car may have lagged out. It may have actually been the 3.
Michael Norman.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
he may have dropped to the back.
He did drop to the back. But I
We
think
said
he
3,
is
said
back on the
4.
lead lap, so that's good for Michael Norman. Here we go. It's actually Shane Lake, I think.
Stayed
Yeah,
out.
he took the restart zone, so Shane Lake is the leader. As they restart on lap 71, now 72. 23 laps to go here at Talladega. And Jimmy
So
Powell
about-
to the outside.
So about the front 5 did not top off. Zach Buchanan, the first one to top off.
Zach Buchanan, the first guy with as full of a tank of gas as you can get at this point. I'm wondering about the top 5. We all are wondering about the top 5. Kyle Keefe's going to head down to the apron right there and
Comes the 11.
to the inside. He's got help from Matt Stern. They're not going to let Shane Lake lead this thing. To the inside. Jimmy Powell to the lead in the 11.
24 finds his place down line in front of the 9, but here comes
The
Buchanan to
car
the
does
outside.
have some aerodynamic damage. This car does not. Zach Buchanan trying to find a way around the 24 here. Of course, the draft means a lot. And Roger Ray, my goodness, man, what are you doing?
Very aggressive with these moves.
That scared me there.
Going back and
04.
forth.
Matt Stern second. Jimmy Powell leads lap 72. 22 laps to go at Talladega.
On the outside again. Look at the 04. Look at the 9 and the A4.
Here comes Zach Buchanan and Roger Ray. Best frenemies on the racetrack right now.
Once again, the 4 cars we said could be down at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep, and I think they're the 4 best cars on the racetrack. They really haven't been involved in any accidents here tonight. They're gonna have the faster race cars, and they are showing it right now. Zach Buchanan to the outside of Jimmy Powell, and we got 5 cars all on the line trying to get around this number 11. Roger Ray all
Roger
over
Ray.
the back bumper of Zach Buchanan right now. Oh boy, he
Being
looked to the
aggressive.
inside. He's gonna look to the inside here. Buchanan will block and stay out front.
The A4's been very, very aggressive tonight. I mean, it could get him into a crash or it could get into victory lane. You have to be aggressive to win at these plate tracks.
I will say, Roger Ray has raced a very clean race, a very calm race in my opinion, and he deserves to win, considering just how well he's run. I mean, look at everybody else on the racetrack.
He's had the luck, too. He's missed about 5 accidents.
You know, another thing, Roger Ray has been up front a majority of this event. Nick Gunther's back up here. He was just involved in that accident. He's now 3rd. Or he was 3rd that last lap.
This could be 2nd.
Yeah, he is 3rd, actually, and he's going to get to the inside. Rob Evans in the way in the 88. He is a lap down. Yes, he is. Currently have 15 guys on the lead lap. Kyle Keefe, the last guy on the lead lap. Rob Evans, man, he's
all
getting
over
in the
the
way a little
place.
bit there. Here we go. Zach
the
Buchanan
sign.
now in front. Here we go again. They're looking to the inside. And we only have 20 laps to go here at Talladega.
The blocking's getting very aggressive here. They know it's coming down to the time. And being out front could be the best option.
It definitely could. And Buchanan is in that position. Nick Gunther, I mean, he's been all over the place on this racetrack, and he's still in contention for this thing. Roger Ray, Jimmy Powell, a little bit of help right there on the inside. James Shelley still up here. Lyndon Wright as well. Alexander Russell is still on the lead lap. I think Russell is the huge dark horse for this win. But
Yeah, he's been quiet all day.
yeah, he's been involved in a couple of these wrecks here tonight, but you know he's kept it in the top 10. Oh, on the wall.
That's the
You
commentator's
guys
jinx right
just
there.
go ahead and say whatever you want. I'm sorry. I need to shut up. Like the 3rd time. Mr. Jinx over here. Roger Ray, now 2nd, all over Zach Buchanan.
Get to the outside.
I don't think he's going to get it. Powell has some help there from Matt Stern in the 04. Did not run on the outside. Roger Ray can still clear if he wants to, and he will.
Oh,
Boy.
it's getting tight up there.
They're
Oh, that's
bumping.
a big
They're
bump.
bumping.
Look at
Roger Ray
that.
needs to get to the inside there. He had a huge push from the number 11 of Jimmy Powell.
That car is strong down low. Look at no help, and he got
He got it. Zach Buchanan will fall to 2nd as Roger Ray has taken the lead on lap 76.
At 9, though, he's looking for a run. Look at the 11, though. Oh, my gosh. There's 3 wide back there, 24 in the middle lane.
Oh boy, Shane Lake trying to
11
hold
back to
on.
the outside.
He's holding on right now. I mean, this pack is spread out enough. I mean, they might wreck
Whoa!
up front the way they're racing. Look at Powell. He's trying to find a way around Buchanan. He's now up on Matt Stern. Oh, they all did it. Oh, but Roger Ray could not block the 9. And Buchanan has the run to the outside now.
He has the help too, the A4, no help. Now the 04 goes down there.
Matt Stern helping out the 84 of Roger Ray. Will it be enough? Oh, Roger Ray a little bit low right there. Matt Stern could have gone and shot the middle in between Buchanan and Ray, but he decided not to. And the 84 remaining out front.
Buchanan's not getting the help. The 11's trying to pass the 9, and Buchanan was more worried about that than trying to get by the 84.
Roger Ray trying to hang on. Bit of a gap between him and Matt Stern. It might help Zach Buchanan. They're closing in on Carson Gum, of all people. We haven't even talked about him all race long. Well, there
he's going
he
160. 30 miles an hour off pace.
Oh, boy. He's got to get out of the way of that thing.
Get to the wall.
They're racing up by the wall. Buchanan will clear Roger Ray. He'll take the lead away from him, and they all get around Gum, so that's good news there for those leaders right there. Roger Ray will take second. Matt Stern. Here comes Nick Gunther and Lyndon Wright on the inside, but the inside has not necessarily been the place. Jimmy Powell on the outside. I'm just thinking about what happened last year with Johnny Gardner sideways across the start-finish line to win the event. Now, I'm looking at a possible scenario here tonight, just like last year. The way these guys have raced, how patient do you think Roger Ray will be? I mean, he's been very patient, but do you think he'll get a little impatient if he's running second on the final lap?
Oh, I don't think he'll be waiting around, especially after what happened last night, getting blocked like that, down to the grass at points. He's not going to be playing around. He's going to be going for it. He doesn't care if he's going to turn the guy in front of him. He just wants to win here tonight.
He does. Here comes the 11. Jimmy Powell, the 3rd. For second on Roger Ray, Buchanan remaining out front. 15 laps to go at Talladega, this time by.
11 got a good push there from the lap car of Rob Evans, but the A4 all but bumping the 9. He might be bumping him to turn 1.
He is bumping him, but the thing with Roger Ray, I think he is not trying to pass him until he knows he has the opportunity. Unlike Powell there, who was trying to pass him when Roger Ray was to the inside. Roger Ray, he wants Buchanan to go up front, and another guy, Cole Deaver, in the number 4.
Good push on the outside there. The 71 and the A4 locked together with the 9.
They're trying to clear Powell. Roger Ray will actually get Buchanan to dive low. Buchanan goes back up. And in the wall a little bit is Deaver. He'll get out of the way for these leaders.
I think they're walling it to try and get out of the way.
Yeah, they don't want to be in the way of this battle. One guy, I want to mention some guys who are still on the lead lap here. 57 of Matthew Rodriguez is still in the lead lap. We really haven't talked about that fun dip machine all night long, but there he is. Some guy's coming off the pit lane, but they are multiple laps down at this point, but he's up here. Andrew Miller's a lap down. I think he might... No, Rob Evans is in the free pass position if we get another caution. So, Andrew Miller is racing with Rob Evans for the free pass in this pack. I don't really see Miller getting too aggressive for it, but that is the case. Michael Norman is on the lead lap here in this thing. And to the point, James Shelley. Buchanan's led a few laps in this thing at this point. He's led quite a few in a row, but now James Shelley, David Alvarez got to get out of the way right there in the 68. Shelley to the inside. Buchanan's going to remain out front. He's got the help from the outside with Roger Ray, and barely at the line. It's the 9 for lap 81. 13 laps to go in the 4th annual NNSCRA Hallowdega special event.
I just don't see them making it 13 laps like this. The bumping's getting more aggressive, the blocking's getting more aggressive, the moves are getting more aggressive. There's just bound to be a crash within the next few laps.
We'll just have to see. You got some new faces like Michael Norman up here and Matthew Rodriguez.
Whoa!
Oh, boy! You know when Joe's screaming, something's going on. Buchanan and Roger Ray blocking each other like crazy. Buchanan's doing a really good job with this blocking. He has not really run into anybody or clipped anybody because of it. Here's Shelley. He's back to the inside, trying to get the help.
Oh, splits in the middle, Alex Russell.
Alexander Russell in the 44 to the inside. Oh, and he got a run on James Shelley. He's got some help from Lyndon Wright. And Roger Ray's left out to dry in the 84. He doesn't have any help up there as Buchanan continues to lead. Reminds me a lot of David Reagan, David Gill in 2013. Those two guys helped each other right through the middle lane, the push to the lead. But they're not going to get the lead. Alexander Russell will stay in second with a battle between the 71. Cittadino in the way. In the 74, Buchanan has all the room to block Shelley, and he'll do so. Coming to 11 laps to go here at Talladega.
That inside is very formed. Only 3 cars on the outside right now, and they're falling back because of it.
So Roger Ray able to stay in the pack, but he's now behind Alexander Russell and Lyndon Wright. As Buchanan, he is looking very solid right now. Oh, he got a really good run on the 9. They've been content with him leading this race, and that's good. They've not tried to pass him too much, which is definitely a good sign that they're not going to get too aggressive until the end of the race. But
they say that Shelley's all over the place.
He is. I think he's trying to get that 9 to stay out front. But here comes the 11. And Buchanan goes down the block. This is professional driving out of Zach Buchanan, really. I mean, I've seen so much in this race so far. This is the best racing we've seen all night. And Buchanan doing such a professional job, keeping everybody behind him. He's blocking, but he's doing so in a way where he doesn't wreck anybody. And while these guys might not like it, he's doing so cleanly. And you got to give him props for that. 10 laps to go here at Talladega. Raced 84 laps so far in this thing. Half of it probably under caution. But let's see if we can finish this thing under green.
Hal's looking for a run. He's going left and right, trying to get the run they can. That 9's just doing a great job, though, putting his car where it needs to be to block any run. I mean, he's doing an outstanding job.
Of course, another thing is, too, these guys might not be as aggressive right now as they were earlier on. Never mind. He's got it. Jimmy Powell was not letting that 9 stay out front, but does he have the help to drive around the 9 of Zach Buchanan? That is the big question right there. Here comes Nick Gunther. Colt Baker still on the lead lap. Oh, boy, in the wall. Somebody. That was Alexander Russell and Matt Stern, the pole sitter, involved. Roger Ray spun. I think he'll save it.
No contact.
He will save it at the line. Guess who? Zach Buchanan.
Oh, man.
Well, Joe, gonna have one more of these bad boys coming up. Hopefully just one more. That's a tough break, though, for Alexander Russell. I think that might knock him out. Hey, you know, he's still out there somehow. Roger Ray's still in this thing. He will start behind all these guys. But I still don't think he has any damage in that number 84.
No, I think he just spun.
Matt Stern, that's the tough one because he had raced such a clean race, starting on the pole and getting involved late in the going. Cole Baker, I saw him, and I don't know if it was necessarily his fault. He pushed the issue quite a bit.
He kind of slipped into the 44 Russell there.
Yeah.
Or what I'm seeing.
Rob Evans will get the free pass, so he might also be in contention for this thing. I think these guys are going to come down the pit lane.
Just to make sure they're going to feel, I would say so.
Because they did come down with about 25, 24 laps to go.
It's a long way to go at Talladega on fuel.
Yeah. Especially considering I think they're going 2x on the fuel.
Yeah, they're in. And the 9 with the first pit stall.
He does have the first pit stall. Where did he start in this race? Might have started... we got Cole Deaver. That's not really a surprise, but... number 9, Zach Buchanan.
This race 22nd.
So he did actually make a qualifying attempt.
Yes.
22nd for Zach Buchanan, and he's probably led the most laps in this race. We'll have to go back and see, but... let's see, will anybody get out ahead of him? I think we might have had some guys who may have stayed out. I think these might be the wave-around cars.
The 3 stayed out.
3,
so the 6
Carter Friesen's actually the leader.
Carter Friesen and Michael Norman are 1-2. They've stayed out.
Carter Friesen did not come down. It was Carson Gum. Carson Gum came down. And Kyle Keefe. I saw those guys come off the pit lane. I'm assuming Preston Ford and David Alvarez did the same thing. We're going to have to see what Carter Friesen does here. But first, let's go ahead and see what happened. Alexander Russell there, and Cole Baker. And Cole Baker, I saw him kind of push the issue there, and then I saw them go around, so we'll have to officially see what happened here, but Alexander Russell's been involved in a few of them here tonight. He actually might have gone upside down. I see the 18 here. And wondering if Lyndon Wright got into him.
That car went up the hill like it was out of control. You'd have to wonder if something like that happened.
Yeah, I think he got tight. Alexander Russell, I think, was trying to move out of the way. Yeah, he kind of moved up, and I don't think it was intentional in any way. He just lost it, and Alexander Russell had nothing he could do there, and Matt Stern.
And then the A4 got spun by the 57 as the A4 was checking up.
Yeah, but thankfully for Roger Ray, just got spun, and he'll still have a shot at this victory, but pretty much makes everybody involved in an accident here tonight.
So Friesen's come down. The 67 has come down the pit lane.
So Carter Friesen. About Michael Norman, did he come down?
No, he stayed out for now.
Michael Norman might.
7 to go.
Might. And this is Talladega, though. You can't really just stay out front and expect it to work. Here at Talladega.
Unless he's hoping for yellows.
I mean, it's gonna take a lot, but there he is. And he will, in fact, restart first. We're going to set this up for you. It will be 6 laps to go at Talladega. This is going to get a little bit interesting.
The 88 may have gotten a pit road speeding penalty there. He's dropped to the back.
Looks like an EOL penalty for him. So here we go. Michael Norman leading the field after he spent a majority of the event a lap down. Zach Buchanan, who has been the dominant guy as of late in this thing. He's led quite a few laps in the last few laps here, obviously. He's going to be restarting in the second position. Nick Gunther alongside James Shelley in row number 2. Jimmy Powell, Cole Baker in row 3. Matthew Rodriguez and Shane Lake in row number 4. And Shane Lake's only there because Rob Evans had to go behind him. Lyndon Wright and Rob Evans right there. Roger Ray starting alongside the lap down car of Andrew Miller there. I don't think there's any chance for Miller to get back on the lead lap, only unless we have a quick yellow. Jonathan Fitzwater is 12th. Matt Stern is going to be 13th, the 44 of Alexander Russell, I should say, is going to be 13th. Carter Friesen's still on the lead lap as well after all this somehow. And the number 67. But here we go. You ready for this, Joe?
Oh,
I don't know. We're going to give him another heart attack here. We're back to racing. 6 laps to go at Talladega for Michael Norman in the number 3.
I'm watching that 9. The outside lane, that 9's been strong. He's been stout. He has the 71 behind who's not afraid to push. I think this could be Zach Buchanan's race.
We'll have to see. There's a lot of other hungry guys trying to get the win. Michael Norman trying to block Buchanan, unable to do so. Buchanan with the run, but Gunther goes to help Norman on the inside lane. Shelley trying to close up to Buchanan. Buchanan just simply has the faster race car. The only clean race car on the racetrack at this point. And he's got the push from Shelley, but Gunther doing all he can to get Norman to the inside.
Oh man, five to go this time.
Here we go. Buchanan, Norman, side by side for the lead. Coming to 5 laps to go at Talladega. Zach Buchanan has led a majority of this race under green. And he's got another one right there. Shelley trying to push him on the outside lane. And this is it. If we get a caution, we race back to the line and the race is over. So it's a race from here on out, no matter what happens.
9's going to take it right there. He might clear him. He did.
He's got that push, and that outside lane is strong right now. Rob Evans is also up there. Don't count him out. He was a lap down majority of that last run. James Shelley looks to stay content with Zach Buchanan. Cole Baker running 3rd. Will Baker find a way? Just don't know if he will. Zach Buchanan still out front. See Roger Ray back in there behind Lyndon Wright. They're trying to form a lane on the outside. 4 laps to go in Hallowdega.
Single file, Shelley staying content right now. How long will he stay content, though?
There's single file. Rob Evans is now in the 4th position. Cole Baker. James Shelley's up here in the 71. Shelley looking high, looking low. I don't know what he's doing at this point. He's just swerving behind the number 9. Here comes Rob Evans.
Scared.
Look at that. Look at Rob Evans. He got to run because of what Shelley did. Shelley's going to try to the inside. Not enough. Here comes Evans. Will he get help from Jimmy Powell in the 11? Buchanan remaining out front. 3 to go this time by at Talladega.
Cars trying to find out which lane's the best right now. I think the outside is going to be the place to be. There's more formed up right there. Look at Shelley.
Shelley is trying now to get this lead. He was content for a while, but now he's going to do all he can to get around Buchanan. To the inside. He's got the help, but he doesn't have the nose. Buchanan with the block, and he stays out front in the 9.
They have 3 laps left.
Oh boy, 2.5 to go. Will Shelley find any way possible to get around Zach Buchanan? Will they make it back to the checkered flag of this race without another wreck? We'll have to see. Shelley looking. He's going to stay behind him. Nick Gunther in the 7 on the inside, but with no help. Is that Matt Stern? That's Rob Evans. A little bit of a bump right there. They're all shifting lanes. Roger Ray's now on the inside. Jimmy Powell, he is pushing the 7. Buchanan remaining out front. 2 to go at Talladega.
The 11 and the A4 are staying together. They're back there trying to get caught up. They have 2 of the fastest cars here.
They do.
And they're wrecking.
There's a wreck.
They saved it.
They saved it. I'm just going off of what Joe's saying here. But they saved it. Roger Ray, I did see that. He almost spun off, and they're still green. If we take the white flag, we're going to have ourselves a finish. So please, just take the white flag. We want to finish. This is going to get intense for this final lap.
A 7, look at the 18. Big block.
Baker to the inside. Gunther had to shoot up the racetrack. He almost got into Baker. Oh, boy. Oh, my. And around goes Rodriguez. Will they call the yellow? I don't think they will.
It should stay green.
It should stay green. White flag for Zach Buchanan at Talladega.
Shelley there. Where's he go?
James Shelley does not have as much help as he did earlier on. Will he find a way around Zach Buchanan? Here comes
Side-draft him back there.
Jimmy Powell with help from Cole Baker. They're going to get a run on the top 2. No, they don't help each other.
Now
Shelley, in a wall. Cole Baker. He got shuffled out of line.
Here comes Rob Evans.
Will it be just like last year?
Roger Ray.
Powell in 3rd.
Shelley.
Rob Evans to the inside. Jimmy Powell's going to help the 71 of James Shelley. And that might do it. Buchanan's going to try to block.
Look at the 11.
The 11 will decide the winner. Or will he be the winner? He tried to get to the inside of Shelley. Side by side at the line. The winner is James Shelley in the 4th annual NNSCRA Hallowdega special event. A last lap pass at Talladega.
A bump and run at Talladega.
He got it.
Oh,
It was a
what
cleaner
a
finish than
race.
last year. You gotta give props to Zach Buchanan for holding his ground and not wrecking the 71. He'll finish 2nd. Jimmy Powell will finish in the 3rd position. Rob Evans and Roger Ray the top 5.
what a finish. How about that? 94
Shane
laps and
Lake
out of that.
will finish in 6th. Cole Baker in 7th. Michael Norman, Lyndon Wright, and Nick Gunther, the top 10.
Oh my gosh.
James
So
Shelley.
much happening there.
He's a veteran at this stuff, and they're all congratulating him right there. All messing with each other. James Shelley gonna burn it down here at Talladega. There's Sunoco fueling victories.
At the start-finish line. There he goes.
He's got it.
That was a great move they made in turn 3. He didn't have help. But
He didn't,
made it.
but Jimmy Powell was the guy who decided it. He had the choice of who won that race. He tried to go 3 wide to the inside, couldn't do it.
He tried to do a Jimmy Johnson.
There's James Shelley burning it down here at Talladega here tonight. What a just massive fun event we've had. And at the end, it's Shelly. He's got the restart zone named after him. You know, why not?
A lot going his way.
Let's take a look at that finish once again. Pretty close finish as well. 9 100ths at the line. And we'll do a couple interviews.
User was moved to your channel.
And who do we got in here now?
And here we have Zach Buchanan.
Zach Buchanan. Oh boy, you just missed it, man. How do you feel after that one? You led a majority of the race under green. Anything you could do to stop Shelly?
We worked really well together that last half of the race, and we had a game plan and we stuck to it. And Shelly and Cole Baker and I, we worked really well together, and we said, you know, stick together to the last lap. Last lap, let's come off, go for it. And we were running the middle. We were doing a really good job of maintaining our momentum in the middle. And I expected to move off 4, but he did a really good job. He faked me out and went to the bottom, and it was there. And I saw it last second, and I just didn't have enough to block, and I knew I would hook myself doing it. And I tried to drag race him to the line, and he got a big push in the 11. And so that was it was a really good move, honestly.
Yeah, it definitely was. But either way, I got to give props to you. You pretty much have the only clean race car out on that racetrack. I mean, how did you avoid all that madness out there tonight?
Well, I was in some of it, and I actually caused some of it. I think it was the second wreck. I felt really bad about that. I got to apologize to Warren Keith. We got a big run in the middle, and I didn't realize I had as much of a run on him as I did. And I tried to feather the gas to not run him over. And I think it was just the soft spring rate we were running. It just unsettled him enough to turn him sideways, and it caused a huge wreck, and I felt really bad about that. And other than that, it was just to avoid the chaos. You know, it was just so crazy. It was just, sometimes it was a junkyard, just avoiding all the mess.
It definitely was a junkyard out there, I can tell you that much. We saw the entire thing, but either way, congratulations, Zach, on such a solid run. I know second doesn't feel good, but hey, first loser, you know, it's not too bad, especially considering how this race went. You beat 31 other guys, definitely a lot to be proud of there.
Right, I gotta thank Seth for putting this on too. This is, I believe this is the 4th year they've done it. And I won the first one, and I can't remember who won the second one. And then Jonny Gardner won the last one, and each year it's progressively gotten better each time. And I got to give props to Seth for having the patience to put this on. This is a lot of fun.
It definitely was. Thank you very much, and good luck in the future.
Thank you.
So Zach Buchanan had the dominant car near the end. Couldn't get it done, but definitely very good sport about it. And I think we're all just real happy about the way this one went. And I don't know if Joe's trying to get James Shelley in here or not.
We got a lot of people that want interviews.
Yeah, okay, well, shoot away.
And I'm trying to get Shelly in here. I think that's the most important one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got to get the winner interview.
Was moved to your channel.
Oh, we got the winner.
And here is the winner,
hello.
James Shelley. How about that last lap pass? You worked with Buchanan that entire run there, and then right at the end, you went to the inside, and Jimmy Powell gave you that help. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, thank you. I've been running. I was extremely impressed. I was really comfortable just riding behind Buchanan. I also had Baker, who was helping us out, and us three through those last stages really controlled the pack. And it's all about Buchanan and Baker, to be honest. That was the only reason I was able to get up there near the end. But yeah.
Very good win for you right there. And it wasn't as exciting as last year's finish, but you definitely did a good job on that move. So congratulations on the victory, man, and good luck on the future.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
User was moved to your channel. User left your channel.
And apparently
We're getting a lot.
They closed out the server, so we're done in NR, but we'll continue on with the interviews, because why not? Then we got some other guys.
Jimmy Powell.
Jimmy Powell's here. So you were pretty much a decider of that race right there. But you tried to go through wide to the inside. What were you thinking when they were going side by side in front of you?
Well, I knew that I had a run. Like, once I was going through turn 3 and 4, I already had a run set up.
I want to say sorry to the 18 after that little altercation on the backstretch, but I don't think that really mattered too much. I don't think he's too mad, but going through turns 3 and 4, I saw them going side by side, and I knew that would break up their draft. And when we came into the trial, I was thinking that I would move down to try and make it a 3-wide situation. Luckily for the 71, he had the instinct to move down and take that draft, and luckily it didn't turn us both, because that would have, that would have kind of sucked. But and then coming across the line, my only concern was trying to get second place. I got the 9 loose there. Luckily, I didn't turn him, and we got about a half car length battle there for the checkered flag. But it was a good race. It's my first Hallowdega, and I did not expect to be anywhere near the front after all that I went through. I think I avoided maybe 5 wrecks today, and I even almost went over up on the backstretch, and somehow I was able to make it 3rd. Honestly, if I had just wrecked out there on that last restart, I would have been happy still. Just the way that I was able to run this race is just incredible. But congratulations to the 71 guys. Great work for them.
Definitely, and congratulations to you on a 3rd place finish. I mean, after all that, that's definitely got to feel good. But congratulations on that, and good luck on the future, man.
Yeah, thank you. I plan on being here next year, definitely.
Okay. I plan on being here as well. That's Jimmy Powell III. He finished in the 3rd position, ironically. A very thrilling race here at Talladega. We'll get some more guys in the interview, but I wasn't able to save the replay and all that when NR decided to crash out on me, so hopefully somebody else out there was able to do so and get the finishing results. So thank you very much, Joe. Appreciate that. But
yeah.
my man Carter Friesen's in here right now. What in the world were you doing out there, man? I mean, you wrecked out, and I think you still finished in the lead lap in this thing.
Yep, I did.
Yeah, you did. And hey, that was just that would be the Die Hard Racer Award if we were doing an offline race. But what was going on out there? They were all over the place in the whole entire race, and I don't know. How did you avoid all that mess?
Well, first of all, what really put me back there is when that one wreck happened in 3 and 4. I flipped over. I don't know if you caught that. That's what gave me engine damage. So that's why I was kind of slow throughout the entire race. Which sucked because it was early on when that happened. But I was able to sort of recover from that. I had draft from Preston for a while there. So that kind of helped me gain some position. But yeah, I don't really know. I was just able to survive it. At a few points, there were some wrecks. I didn't really slow down. Even though I was kind of supposed to. Don't tell Seth.
Okay.
Seth's listening.
Yeah, everyone's watching here. Well, 17 people just heard you say that, so...
Okay. Yeah, but, yeah, at the end, I don't know if you saw that, but I kind of wrecked the 57, not on purpose, though. He came down, wasn't clear. Nothing I could have done. He came right across my nose. I finished him off, so...
Well, either way, congratulations on a very honorable performance there. I mean, you did finish on the lead lap, so, I mean, considering the way this race went, that's definitely a very strong move. But congratulations, Carter.
Yeah, just can't thank my my entire Ford Fusion team. My Castrol Ford Fusion was okay all night, I guess.
It was okay.
It was okay. Considering it was upside down like 6 or 7 times, it was okay.
Well, congratulations, Carter, and good luck on racing in the future.
Yep. Next Wednesday I got a race, so looking forward to that.
That's Zero finale next weekend, or next Wednesday. That's not really a weekend.
Wednesday is now part of the weekend?
Yep. Anyways, see you later, Carter. Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right.
User left your channel.
Let's see if we could get Seth.
It's Seth Colin here.
Yeah.
But either way, winner of the race, once again, James Shelley. 2nd place was Zach Buchanan. 3rd place was Jimmy Powell III. 4th place...
Rob Evans.
Rob Evans, and he was a lap down a majority of the event. Even near the end, he got a lucky dog to get back on the lead lap, and then Roger Ray finishing the top 5. And
then we had Shane Lake in 6th. 7th place was Cole Baker. In 8th, it was Michael Norman, who also spent a majority of the race a lap down. 9th place was Lyndon Wright. And rounding out the top 10, Nick Gunther. Gunther.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
And we're waiting on the next guy for an interview. I was told we had a lot.
Oh, they're stacking up.
Everybody wants to be interviewed. Everyone wants their 15 seconds of fame here on NAPAFan. But yeah, we got to get somebody in here first to do so. So we'll have to see how that all goes down. But either way, I'd like to thank everyone for watching tonight. You guys definitely seem to enjoy it. I think we held at the lowest 18 viewers. We had 18 to like 20-some viewers the entire race. 22, 23. So
User
a lot
joined
of
your
people.
channel.
Oh.
A lot of people watched it, Seth, so it was very successful. And I'd like to first of all thank you for letting me do this. It was a blast to do this with Joe, and you guys put on a show, let me tell you that much. But either way, I'll talk about the race here from your perspective. You did a really good job until that one wreck, and then you got knocked out. But still, very fun to be part of it, I'm assuming.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, just wrong place, wrong time outside of 3Y, and the car spun out. But I mean, 2 seasons ago when we ran the second Hallowdega race, we actually ran this with no damage, and I got to visit Narnia in the catch fence in the infield. Well, tonight I was able to visit Narnia in the catch fence in the outfield. So I visited Narnia twice here at this track, which is at least as nice. But I mean, yeah, I mean, just the turnout we had tonight. This is the biggest field that I've ever had in a race that I've hosted. So, I mean, I appreciate everybody coming out, and I mean, thanks to you guys for broadcasting it. This was a big operation. I got to admit, I was really nervous going in, but came out pretty well, and it was an exciting finish there too. And most other leagues, you know, Shelly's a teammate of mine, so it was really cool to see him get that win.
Definitely, and like I said, very successful on the stream tonight. I think a lot of people enjoyed it, and like I said, once again, thank you for letting me do this, and yeah, we'll probably do some more online races here on NAPAFan, but either way, congratulations, Seth, on just the success of this event. Definitely, I've never seen anything like this myself, but just to have 33 guys in one race like that is just incredible. So it's all you, man. Thank you. You were the one who put all that together, and
thank you guys for broadcasting this, because I mean, a lot of times people don't see what online racing really is, and this, I think, was a prime example of it. Yeah, there were a lot of wrecks, but there was good racing later on, and it's just the difference of experience levels here, and just hope everybody enjoyed it that was watching it, and hopefully everybody enjoyed it that was took part in it too.
Hey, I enjoyed it, so.
Yeah, now, this was Joe's first online anything.
Yeah.
And, he definitely took to it very well. I mean, he sounded like he was going to have a heart attack a few times. We'll go back and rewatch and see, but he's still
okay. I almost had a heart attack on a couple of those as well.
I can imagine. But Seth Cole, everybody, he's the one who put all this together, so just give a huge props to him. And yeah, congratulations once again on the success of the 4th annual Hallowdega special event.
Thanks, guys.
Seth Cole, I believe, failed to finish in this event.
Yes, he parked his car
User
after going 160.
Yep.
User left your channel.
Didn't work out the way he wanted to, but either way, I think the whole event was definitely something he was considering, and it definitely worked out very well. And once again, thank you to everyone watching this whole event here tonight. It's huge for me, actually. I've never had this many people consistently watch anything I've done. We got Alexander Russell in here now, and I'm gonna ask this question. Okay, you did actually say it was your 3rd online race, so I haven't seen you do much online. You did a great job out there, man. You got involved in a couple wrecks, but I was talking, you were kind of like a dark horse in that race as it went along. But how about that? Did a really good job, and I'm proud of you. I think you did a very good job, and you definitely do deserve a lot of kudos for that. But tell us what you thought this race was like. You were involved in so much. I mean, how did you avoid all of it and still, get the finish pretty well in this thing?
I mean, I honestly think this race, Talladega, Daytona, they're my favorite tracks on the sim and game, however you call it. So I took this JDR Graphic Chevrolet, and I was like, you know what? It's a fun event. We're going to keep it clean. We didn't keep it clean. But I know that the wreck with Tyler Mallon, I got shoved, and I got right into the back of him. I was so upset about that, but we kept on racing. I went a lap down. It was fun. Trying to battle my way back up. The 18, the 71, and the 3, we were all fighting for the lead lap at some point. And got back on the lead lap during one of the cautions. After that, it was a battle of trying to get past the 9 on the outside. He was best car, really good. And I flipped 10 to go. That almost ruined my race, but came home top 15.
Yeah, congratulations on that one. I think finishing a race like this definitely deserves a lot of credit. But yeah, I was surprised to see you on the entry list. I have never seen you do an online race before, but I'm assuming you painted your own car there. I'm assuming that was you.
Yeah.
You're amazing with that stuff. So kudos to you on that. Kudos to you on a great race. And yeah, good luck on the future of online racing. I think you got a pretty good career ahead here in the online world. So congratulations once again, and good luck on the future.
Yeah, thank you. I'd like to. My inspiration for this car was Logan Clampett's peak scheme, so that's why instead of seeing the NNSCRA logos, it's peak antifreeze. So shout out to him. He had a great season in peak on iRacing, and just thank you guys for broadcasting. It was such a blast. I'll be watching this race over again. Just mark my words.
You're gonna have to set aside at least 2 hours and 20 minutes for that.
Yeah.
But Alexander Russell, everybody, finishing. I believe he did finish in the lead lap, but
Yep.
still, for only his third online start, I think he did a pretty good job here tonight at Talladega.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome. So we got
User
somebody
left our
else.
channel.
No, Nick Arthur wanted an interview. I get him on. We'll have to see who they put in next. So we'll keep on going until we run out of people, I guess.
I think we got at least 2 or 3 more.
2 or 3 more. Okay. I gotta get going to bed here soon. At least I don't have to work tomorrow morning anymore. That's good.
See if Nick comes.
User was moved to your
there
channel.
he is, Nick
Got
Gunther. You had a wild race, I know that much. You still finished on the lead lap and did a pretty good job even with all the damage. But what was your perspective on this whole thing? I mean, you were in the middle of a lot of those wrecks. How did you stay in contention near the end?
Well, one thing's for sure, aero damage blows at Talladega. I can't curse on TV, so it heckin' blows. It really does. I mean, I had no teammates going into this. I know I had some people at FTF that would normally work with me, but I don't have any of those people, so I had to go trot on by myself.
Yeah, but you still got a top 10, I do believe. I know Joe has the finishing results. I wasn't able to capture them.
Yep.
Yeah,
you got
so,
finished exactly 10th.
Yeah, so definitely a great run either way, and you're definitely very exciting to watch out there in this one. But either way, congratulations on your good run, and yeah, I'm sure we'll be seeing you once again here on this channel because we're going to be doing some more online races here on NAPAFan. This was a huge success.
Oh yeah, one more thing I gotta say. Like, you probably saw me sliding at the end of the race, twice on the same corner. I don't know how I saved that. I should have just went completely around, but I somehow managed to get total car control level over 9,000, and decides to keep the car straight. I didn't think I was actually not spinning out like that. The night was a bit crazy. Just gotta appreciate that all. Myself for being a complete dumbass and blocking at the wrong time. I know the 24 had a good shot of being a good driver, and the 05 as well. But, that's all in the past. We're going to go try out and win again next year at Hallowdega. We were so close last time, where Jonny Gardner completely blindsided us on the outside between me and Buchanan. And I had aero damage on that last year's race too, so I was hoping to get us the win with aero damage. That way I'll be like, oh, yes. I could win with a damaged car. It's about time at Talladega.
Yeah, he came close. Still got a great run either way. Congratulations on the very hard-earned effort here at Talladega.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Okay, Joe, who do we got next on the
User left
Mike,
your channel.
Rob Evans.
Rob Evans. Oh boy, we got an interesting story with him. He was a lap down a majority of the race there, and he finished
ended up fourth
after all that. So definitely one of the comeback stories of this race. Had
User
a lot
was
of them.
moved to your channel.
And,
there he is.
Rob Evans, you were a lap down a majority of that next to last green flag run there. You get the free pass, and you finish fourth. That's definitely huge, considering the damage you had in your race car.
Yeah, I have to say we actually had a pretty good night, and I was really doubting that we'd finish top 5 tonight, but I was lucky enough. We were just holding on with our lap car. We were riding around with the front leaders and just hoping for a caution. We got that. Avoided trouble toward the end. We actually got the free pass, and from there we just kept on running with it and avoided carnage at the very end and actually managed to steal 4th. So pretty happy with the night, and I have to say thanks to everyone who showed up, and thanks to you guys for streaming.
Yeah, you're welcome, and congratulations on the 4th place finish. Very solid run. One more thing. You might want to apologize to Tyler Mallon. You completely took him out of the race. I don't know what happened. I know that wasn't intentional, but what in the world happened when that occurred there?
What happened was I think that was under caution. I pulled down pit road. Game alt tabbed as soon as I pulled into pit road, so I couldn't see anything. And next thing I know, I hear Tyler screaming, "What the fuck? I'm out! The engine's going!" I'm like, ah, shit.
Yeah, he wasn't too happy about that. Kind of unfortunate, and considering the whole race and the way it went, kind of interesting that that's how he got taken out. But either way, no harm, no foul. Well, there was harm. What am I talking about? But I know you didn't do it on purpose, and everyone was kind of happy at the end. But that is the whole point of the whole event. You know, we were all just having fun out there. And congratulations once again on a 4th place finish.
Thank you. Have a good night, guys.
You too.
User left your channel.
That might be it.
Okay. We'll go ahead and say that is it. Because we've been here for almost 2.5 hours. Definitely been a very long night, but definitely a fun night as well. And congratulations to James Shelley on winning this 94-lap event here tonight at Talladega. And final thoughts, Joe, on this one. I know you were having a ball up there in the booth with me.
Yeah, it was unpredictable. Never knew what was going to happen. A lot of crashes early on, but that last half of the race, it proved to be a very good race. We saw passes for the lead there at the end without much crashing. Once we got most of the field out of the way, it was a fun race. I hope to be back for maybe some more online racing in the future.
Well, thank you very much for joining me, Joe. Greatly appreciate it. You did a great job tonight, and it's actually nice doing a race with you. It's the first time since back in April since we've done a race together. But huge thanks to Seth Cole once again for running this whole entire thing. Definitely a very successful event, and thank you to everyone who watched. I mean, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. You guys seem to enjoy it. A lot of people were, tuning in and staying tuned in, and we definitely put on a good show here tonight. So we appreciate that. Seth appreciates that, and just keep on going on with these races. And we're looking forward to next year, and hopefully we get to broadcast it again next year. We'll have to see, but either way, you'll find it somewhere, and I'll let you guys know where it is, because you're definitely not going to want to miss next year's event. But anyways, thank you guys very much for watching, for sticking on my channel here. We got ARCA Series and Truck Series offline races coming up this Friday, and hopefully next week we got a couple more online races that we'll be doing here on NAPAFan with the ASCRL and possibly the Net Zero Finale live. So we'll just have to see if we get those in or not. But either way, on behalf of Joe Rutkowski, thank you guys very much for watching once again. Congratulations to James Shelley. Happy Halloween to all you guys watching out there. And that is it for me. So from Talladega, thank you once again. And we'll see you next time, whenever that'll be. I will see you guys later.